Right, so it's been a little while, but last time on the Islands of the Moon, our fearless party set off into the depths of the misty Stranglethorns in search of their missing party member, Sindri Wildwander, who is certainly living up to that surname. Yet again, Sindri has wandered off into certain death. And after a grueling fight in the middle of the mist-choked Stranglethorns with nearly a dozen ghouls, which you bravely managed to vanquish and fight off, though some of you came out a bit worse for wear, with nicks and bruises and scratches, festering wounds. You took a moment of silence, reflection, to catch your breath, heal your wounds as fast and as quick as you can before you set off using your great tracking skills of Arwen and Jasail's superior sight in the fog. You found the trail of Sindri Wildwander and managed to follow it through the Stranglethorns, seeing that on his flight he had been chased by a ghoul, but he managed to impale it on one of the huge thorn trunks of a Stranglethorn. It was still grasping and choking and gargling for flesh, but you soldiered forward past it, left it where it was. Found yourselves in a clearing, listening to disjointed, beautiful, melodic singing. You couldn't quite make out the words, but you could definitely hear the tune. And it was very out of place for the setting in which you stood. Torlek instantly knew something was up and distributed wax from one of his candles, with which you all put into your ears to help drown out the singing, knowing that a noise like that almost certainly brings disaster behind it and should not be listened to. Through your wise actions, you managed to enter the clearing, in which you saw the kneeling Sindri Wildwander entranced by the form of a beautiful woman, slowly moving towards him, singing a beautiful, mournful, enticing song. But she wasn't a beautiful maiden. Sindri wasn't lulled into paradise. What you found yourselves facing was a deadly mist maiden, a siren of the mist, a cursed soul who drains the life from her victims. You fought bravely, valiantly, and eventually, through much toil and hardship, bested the Mist Maiden, though it left two of your party with large, festering wounds which refused to heal, and another two of your party with a very strange physical change. But now Sindri and Jasail have bright silver eyes. Deciding that you could do no more, and that you were battered and beaten and tired, you made your way back through the Stranglethorns to the ghoul ward, the impaled ghoul. You moved away from the road slightly to make camp in the woods, to rest, to try and heal as best you could. You spent an uncomfortable late afternoon and night surrounded by thorns and briar bushes and hard earth, covered in sharp spines. But you manage to find some sleep and some rest. And you have awoken very early dawn, still surrounded by mist, though it's not as thick as it was before. A light rain is falling, and there is a very gentle breeze. Sindri is sleeping soundly still. The rest of you, apart from Giselle, who is on final watch, rouse uncomfortably in the cool air. There's silence around you, though you're getting used to it now. The absence of nature, calls of birds, was daunting and eerie at first. Now it feels more like the norm. It feels as if no light ever touches this place, and your hearts feel heavy because of it. But on the plus side, breakfast. Okay, here you go, guys.
Speaking of breakfast, guys, I only had 2 lots of rations to begin with, so that's it for my food supply. I don't know how everyone else is doing.
I've got plenty, so I'll give you some. You need some.
Well, I have a feature called Wanderer, which lets me find enough food and water for people, but I can't really go wandering off in the Stranglethorns, so...
Also, nobody wants Stranglethorns for breakfast.
Also that.
I mean, I've also got plenty of rations, so I'll share.
You're good friends.
Yay!
I've got 17 days worth of rations apparently.
Jesus, okay.
So do you want one?
Holy hell, that's a lot.
Well, I got the fancy rations before I left home, didn't I? So I've got double the amount.
You did, yes, you did. You got quite a few.
Well, I now have
Actually,
0.
is everyone like depressed because it sucks being in here? In which case,
Everyone
you
is
can all
starting to
have
feel very down, yeah.
then I'll give fancy rations to everybody.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
You're a good egg.
Oh, you're welcome. So I don't know how fancy this stuff is, Glenn. I wrote fancy in brackets.
Eating that will not only bolster your spirits, but it also keeps you full for half as much longer than normal rations would.
Cool.
Sweet. Thank you, Godfrey.
So you can get by through to the next day without needing to eat anything, and you won't suffer exhaustion.
Nice.
But you will upon waking after that long rest without anything.
Alright, well if I eat that instead, I've got 1 meal left!
Well, I guess we better try and find this hideout before we're too injured to keep going.
How's
Yeah, that
Sindri?
makes
Can he move?
You rouse Sindri, and he's like, oh, sorry, I was fast asleep. I was having a beautiful dream about a beautiful woman.
What's the prize?
Right, what's the plan, everyone?
Should we tie him up with a rope to someone?
Tie him to the safety goal and leave.
Yeah.
I know. I have been I've wandered off a couple of times. My nerves have got the better of me. I don't do well in situations like this. I do try and avoid them.
It doesn't seem that way.
No, it seems that life has a different path set out for me than the one I want to forge for myself.
Well, you were certainly very brave to at least try and come and help with us and do the right thing. You never seem to shy away from it.
You have my eternal thanks for coming to rescue me, yet again. I promise to repay that. I will stay by you all. I will repay you for what you have done for me.
Alright.
I don't know how. I'll write a grand song about our adventures, and name you all as heroes. And I shall play myself as the bumbling oaf that I am.
Well, I'm sure people will enjoy it and get a good giggle. Now, let's go and find you some more song material, shall we?
Yes, let's set forth into these horrible woods. Let's try and take out these fuckers. What direction shall we set off in?
Don't ask me, ask the tracker.
You guys like a refresh on the information that you gained 2 sessions ago?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you got so far up the mine track, and in the very, very distance you could see the mountains starting to rise, and there was a small, what looked to be clearing from what you could see, and some wooden apparatus that looked to be old mine apparatus. You reckon it's 3 or 4 hours walk north of where you are. As you were on a slight rise, it was at the same level as that, as I remember, and you guys could see across the Stranglethorns.
Shall we try and pick up that trail?
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm on board.
So as you were, when you were following the mine tracks the other day, they were leading roughly north, and they got quite far up them. Do you wish to go up the mine tracks again?
I think that's the way we were heading.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you heading there just brazenly? Are you going softly, quietly, fast and noisy?
I think we're probably going carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have stealth checks from you all then, please.
Oh no.
Buddy.
Oh,
Well, hopefully that's the only one I'm getting tonight.
I've got an 18.
20 for me. Ooh.
9.
16 plus 4.
disadvantage. I rolled a 40. Pretty decent.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Well, old Wild Wonder didn't get too bad either. That's not bad. Right. Here we go. So, you start to set off back up the tracks, covering ground that you covered just the day before. As you follow up the mine tracks carefully now, watching the sides, peering into the twisted branches and thorns and briar bushes, watching for signs of movement and listening for the cries of ghouls. This is now not the first time you've been surprised in the Stranglethorns. You keep your wits about you. You manage to make it to the point where the tracks bend round to the right. You had your last encounter and Sindri got lost. You hear a small sigh from Sindri who goes, right, let's get past this part. You manage to keep moving without disturbance for the first 2 hours. seems like the woods are empty this morning. There's no sound. There are no snapping twigs in the distance. Just your gentle footfalls and your measured breaths. Suddenly the wind changes. Blows south down from the north. There's a rotten smell in the air. It threatens to choke and gag. For one of you, Jess, you do not hold your constitution. The sudden smell of rot and decay overcomes you, and you void your breakfast onto the ground in front of you, quite noisily.
Soz guys.
So you no longer have the benefits of the fancy rations. You will need to eat again.
I think we'll leave that for a little bit. Too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. With the smell of rot and decay and foulness blowing in your direction, you are now sure that you're heading to where you need to go. The closer you get to the mountain rising up, maybe a mile in front of you, 2 miles in front of you, 2 miles in front of you, it's a sheer cliff face that rises into a jagged range of mountains. The smell is getting stronger and stronger. You start to make your way up a small rise. The trees begin to thin. You can see glimpses of a clearing through the trees. As you crest the rise, you can see the sheer cliff face meets the ground, 1/4 of a mile in front of you. The trees have been cleared away. There are stumps in the ground. Thorny briar bushes have started to grow again, and they dot the 1/4 mile gap between the cover of the stranglethorns which you're in now and the mouth of the cave at the bottom of the sheer cliff. And this mouth of a cave rears up like a giant menacing maw. And on the ground you can see hunched forms moving slowly, cat-like, prowling back and forth. There's maybe 6 at first glance. You can see every now and again they bend down to the floor and you can see them ripping and tearing at something. You get the feeling in your heart that this is the place that you've been needing to find.
It certainly matches the description of what Varant, was it Varant? The Goliath told us. Evil place.
But it's just like a sheer cliff wall and then a clearing in front with ghouls in it.
Yeah. There's the odd briar bush dotted around. I'm going to give you a visual representation in just a second. So I'll give you, this is what the cave looks like.
Oh, it's a big cave.
Big
Big cave, yeah.
That's better than the devil dog.
It's a lot less startling. Okay, so the cave isn't going to really funnel them in very much.
There's no real choke point on that cave.
Yeah, so that plan's a bit out the window.
So we
Don't
think.
suppose anyone has the spell of Collapse Mountain.
So this was a mine originally. We think this is where the mine tracks go to, right? It's a natural cave that's been turned into a mine and then abandoned.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe they're mining deeper in.
Mm.
I guess. So potentially you could collapse some of it, the mine shafts or something, if they're coming from in there, maybe.
That's my thinking too.
Yeah.
But with all that open ground between us and them, we're not doing this stealthy.
Yeah, I can't. Unless we can get above them somehow, like above the cave, we could maybe take them out without being in a lot of danger.
You
Or
can
it's
see that
actually
it is a
sheer.
sheer cliff face. Yeah, it rises hundreds of feet up into the air. Here we go. So this is your situation.
Oh my.
So the white marks are the briar bushes that have started to grow again. They twist and writhe to about 3 feet, 4 feet high, something about just below chest high on your tallest party member. You can quite clearly see that there are several ghouls moving around the cave entrance. And as you've crept ever so slightly closer using the cover of the briar bushes, you can see that the entrance of the cave is completely covered in gore, rotting body parts. Which ghouls are prowling back and forward.
It's hard to pass through the briar bushes though, right?
It's half movement. It's quite noisy to pass through them. As you actually,
If it
I haven't
would
just
get
stomped
stuck,
down.
we could potentially like cut them off there. So like with the, what are they called, the Molotov kind of things. So they'll have to run through the fire or
Okay.
get stuck in the briar ones.
Do these briars look kind of dry?
Well,
I was thinking that.
That's a good thing. Good thinking.
The briars look dead and white,
Good.
but they have
Sounds
grown,
pretty dry.
and it's been raining pretty solidly,
Oh, ball.
or misting pretty solidly since you entered the Strangle Thorns.
Sticky napalm, man. Fuck it up. It'll be fine.
I could have taken Destroy Water this morning and just evaporated all the water. Desiccate all the trees, and it's like, there you go.
So
Make
what?
them dry 1 foot at a time.
Just really slowly hand drying them all. Soon
Just
we'll be
walking around with a
prepared.
little towel.
So what we're saying then is, ice knife? Question mark.
Always time for ice knife.
Sometimes it's not the time for ice knife, like when it's us.
Guys, that was one time. Honestly.
Has anyone got something that can do a big crowd control hurt to these guys?
No.
I can channel divinity, but I'd have to be within 30 feet of them.
My advice, I mean, what I'm doing is holding that off until shit hits the fan. Because if we are in there and we're going to get trapped, the ability to turn them will be very helpful.
Oh well, I can do damage though instead of turning them. But yeah, I don't think we should use it here anyway. But you get it back on a short rest as well.
Well, let's not wait around. Let's take a course of action before they see us.
Flaming sphere, but it's only like a 5-foot thing that you can move around.
There's only 9 of them.
Working out what it is that you're going to do, you notice that one of them sort of
Soon they'll choke to death.
shuffled off down into the cave.
Oh no.
I say we move up, engage them. The commotion will perhaps draw some more out, and then we block the cave entrance with fire.
I'm 100% on board with this.
So if they're pouring out, they're pouring out through flames.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, one thing you could do is look at channel divinity them so they run into the cave, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and then you trap them in the cave with the fire. But depends whether they come back.
At the end of it all, though, do we not want to go into the cave?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, so don't want anyone hiding in the cave while we're trying to get into it.
True.
It's ghoul slaying time then, guys.
So anyway, we started blasting.
They've not noticed us.
Have Sindri run through them into the cave so they follow him. And then
Can he carry a bath bomb in each hand?
Yeah.
Not a massive fan of that plan.
he just runs in and just like dive bombs onto a big, like he takes all the bath bombs and just dives onto them and explodes. Crazy Island style.
Don't worry, Sindri. Give him a little clap on the back. He's only kidding.
Yes.
Right.
Haha.
Sort of. Right.
Everyone else rolled deception.
Who's sneaky?
Okay, let's go.
Can someone sneaky move up a little bit and see if they can see into the cave? See if they can see any more.
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky.
Well, if you're
He's very
confident.
small.
He is quite small and slight. Alright.
Have we got like any ghoul deodorant left on, or are we just regular dirty now?
You're just regular dirty. Yeah, you've got nose blind to it. You're not quite sure if it's got any effect on it. You're still covered in it. It's sort of sticky on your clothes now, but you've all got nose blind to it.
Yeah, to be fair, like, I mean, we've been ratting about for a couple of days. I'd imagine we'll probably stink anyway.
Yeah.
So should I try and sneak a bit closer and see what's going on?
If you want.
Don't go too far, Sindri.
Stay where we can see you.
We could try to sneak into like one of these bits where they'd have to go through the briar stuff just to get to it. Slow it down.
Okay, I'll move forward then, shall I?
Stay within sight.
Okay, so Sindri goes 5, 10, 15 feet, 20 feet, and falls flat.
What a dickhead.
Along.
Classic Sindri.
Quick, let's set the forest on fire.
And you see this ghoul starts to approach. And this ghoul starts to approach. The noise. The rest don't seem to have noticed. And then we get to there. Before Sindri, you can see he's lying in front of the place, just breathing. Oh, fuck. Him swearing under his breath. Just sort of stays on the ground and looks back at the rest of you and shrugs.
What do you think? Do you think we should go around here and make them come through the trees to us?
I'm with you, Godfrey. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's as
It's
good a plan as any, isn't it? Let's go.
Quite true here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'll go
as
over here.
Okay, I'm gonna let you all free move once.
yeah.
I'll get in front of Sindri because he's a fool.
Yeah. 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so I can just about get up next to him. So I'll follow Godfrey.
Using your earlier stealth checks, you manage to creep forward, keeping the clinking and clacking of your heavy armor, Torlek and Godfrey, quite quiet. You've starting to master keeping quiet on the road. The other three, Jess, Arwen and Neo, all sort of likely armor, just slinking through the briar bushes, using the heavy, sort of rolling heavy flumps of mist that goes blowing across down towards you. That's sort of coming towards you. There's like a river stream, like flowing down the mountain towards you. Using them for cover, you can see the two ghouls sort of cat-like pawing towards quite slowly, smelling the air as they approach. You all reckon you've got about 6 seconds before they're right on top of you. So each one of you is going to get to make a single action.
What do you think, Torlek? The old sacred flame, stand by.
Sounds good to me, mate.
Sacred flame!
Sacred
It's a
flame.
thing I normally forget to do every time and cast mage armor on myself.
Hey!
Or I could, instead of sacred flame, I could kick it off with a bless, and we could have one from the start. So it's what people want, bless or want.
If you're gonna do that, Godfrey, why don't I inspire you with like a bard should?
It won't help with sacred flame if I do that because it's a save for the ghoul.
Well, good luck.
Is that the inspiration? Or it's just like, yeah, I'm not bothered.
Okay,
Yeah.
which of you wants to go first?
Alright, I'm going to prepare to cast Sacred Flame on the closest ghoul, and I'm going to look at Godfrey as if to say, let's do this together, sort of thing, like
Okay.
mouthing like 1, 2, 3, sort of thing.
So yeah, so I'll do the other one that Torlek picks.
Okay, you're doing Sacred Flame.
Yes.
Who's going after? You're all gonna get it if these ghouls are gonna react when they get hit. So let's have what you all gonna do first, as if you guys are all going first in the initiative order, and then the ghouls are gonna react afterwards.
I think I'll just draw my rapier and
You're
be
gonna hold
ready.
back for anything that gets fucking close enough.
Yeah. Fingers crossed they don't get close enough.
I'm going to ready a firebolt for this guy.
Already an arrow for this last.
Sindri is going to ready.
Shit the bed.
Stand up, perchance?
Sindri is gonna stand up.
Best stand up.
Roll an intelligence check for Sindri on what action and what spell he would use.
Probably tries to bang one of the ghouls.
Okay. Right. We're going to keep this initiative order in. Right, there we go. That does me. Right, so you need dexterity saves off the two ghouls. Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay.
For increase.
Oh, well, it would help if I rolled a d20 and not a fucking 12. Right. Well. For Gulio 1, it is a crit 20, so that's a 22.
So, brilliant.
Gulio 2.
Julio.
Julio 2.
Do they have like disadvantage because they're not aware of it coming, or?
17. That's a good. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll have disadvantage. So Gulio 1 got a natural 20 now, has a 9 plus 2 is 11.
That's a fail.
2 rolls a natural 1. Go for it.
So D8. 6 damage. 6 radiant.
2 radiant.
Radiant. 6 radiant and 2 radiants. Okay. So, as your sacred flames go off instantaneously together, sacred fire descends on the two ghouls approaching. They roar in pain as the fire erupts all around them. You hear answering. From the other ghouls. You can see now through the bushes as the two ghouls burn in front of you. The others' heads all snap in your direction. You can see them looking through the bush and through the fog at the fire. Their bodies are poised and ready to move. Okay, so next was Leo. You're going to hold an attack for anything that gets close enough. Jess, firebolt.
Do I check my spell attack bonus on that as well?
Yeah, so it's you're making a ranged spell attack with your spell attack bonus. So it's a d20 plus 3.
Pew!
Oh, that is a hit. As you might not remember from last time, these guys have an AC of 12. Very easy to hit. So your firebolt from where you are sails past Godfrey's left shoulder. So a mote of fire wisps through the fog sort of spirals around it. And just as the flailing ghoul from Godfrey's fire manages to put itself out, boom! Your firebolt takes it in the face.
Boom. That does 5 damage.
5 damage. It bursts in his face. You can see it clawing at its face, trying to put the fire out. Like chunks of its flesh are being cut off. They're burning off its face and it's slicing into its own face with its claws as it's trying to put the fire out, and it screams with an intensity that sends shivers down your spine, but also this thrill of the fight kicking off. Oh, there it is. I judge the volume right. Okay, Arwen, you're up next as you see Jess's firebolt smash into the ghoul. You pull your bowstring tight. +6.
Wow.
Say +6.
+6.
That's why I thought I'd read it wrong.
No, let's say +6.
Did you take the archery shooting style as your third level thing?
May well have done.
That'll
Yeah.
give you +2. So,
Oh, okay.
which makes sense. You're +4.
There it is. Yep.
Well, alright, that makes sense then.
So that's going to take you to 12, which is going to be a hit.
Oh, and then it's
Oof.
+2. Okay, yeah, +2, so
Yeah, 9 damage.
9 damage.
There you go.
Because the Torlek school that he set aflame manages to put itself out. Big kid, you can see it like it digs its hind legs into the ground and lurches forward. You manage, just as it lurches forward, it brings its hands up. You manage to catch its center mass right in the chest. It falls forward onto the floor into the mud and then scrabbles wildly to get there, scratching at its chest to snap the arrow off before it moves forward for the attack. Right, so Sindri is going to pick himself up off the floor and he is going to pick. Right, yeah. So he's going to cast here. Yeah, Fairy Fire.
Did Arwen do our quick shot?
Oh,
You did
No.
not. Are you going to do a quick shot?
this is what I was going to ask. I now have a thing called Horde Breaker as well.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
What it sounds like.
And that says I can, on each of my turns when I make a weapon attack, I can make another attack with the same weapon against a distant creature within 5 feet of the original target.
Wonderful.
So, does that
Go for it. Use that.
get rid of quick shot, or does that mean I can hit 3 times?
Did it say it's a bonus action there or not? It's Hold Breaker a bonus action.
No.
Horde Breaker says special.
It's a
And if
feature,
you
innit?
just require a bonus action or anything like that, you just do it. You can just go for it. So yeah, you can do your Horde Breaker, and then also take a quick shot.
Oh, okay, so I get to hit 3 times. Okay.
Once on each of your turn,
Each
when you make a weapon
Just like
attack.
it's like part of an attack rather than a special.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep, yeah, you can use Heartbreaker, so you can attack twice, and then you can do a quick shot.
Okay.
Amazing.
Check out Legolas over here, yeah.
Yeah?
Right, I'll go for that guy now. Because, yeah. Okay, so 220. Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, Queen, that's gonna strike the ghoul center mass.
24, ET8, 7.
7 damage as the ghoul tears forward towards Godfrey. Its first step is halted immediately by an expertly placed arrow from Arwen's bow, which pierces its brain and sends it clattering into the thorny briar bush to the side, unmoving. It smashes into the thorns and is impaled horribly.
Okay. I'll do
Moved to there and then got impaled there.
Right. Oh, he's dead. Okay, cool. Oh, can I quick shot the original guy then?
You can quick shot the original guy at a -5 to hit, yes. That's
Okay.
enough to hit, as you got a
Okay.
+6 and a -5. So you managed to strike this ghoul as well, yet again with a second arrow.
4.
4, you managed to
No.
quickly loose one arrow, loose a second arrow, impale the ghoul, and then you whip back round, loose another arrow. So well. Your aim is so perfect that instead of striking the ghoul, you strike your original arrow in the ghoul's chest, split it down, so only the tip pierces the ghoul's skin for 4 damage.
Oh.
Everyone around is like, oh, amazed. You get a very small
I was just gonna say golf.
Yeah.
golf clap from Sindri as you watch as your feat of excellent archery, not quite as damaging as you wanted, but epic in shot. Certainly Olympic gold medal archery standard. Being bolstered by your beautiful bow skills, Sindri picks himself up, rubs a little bit of the dirt down, concentrates, and then I can't even remember what instruments he's got. He just whistles a tune.
He has bagpipes.
He's not going to be using those fuckers. Whistles a haughty tune. You see in the distance, this gout of blue-green flame bursts up out of nowhere in this huge cube. The 2 of the ghouls seem to be completely emulating it, and they thrash and writhe around for a second, but then see that it's not damaging. They're just covered in fire. They don't know what's happening. The one at the back seems to manage to dodge out the way of it. So these guys are under the effect of fairy fire, so the guys with pink dots on. It's going to be up to a minute. Any attack roll against those guys has advantage.
Nice.
Okay. Speaking of, it is the ghouls. This guy is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, just charge straight in. 2, 5, 6, straight through the briar bushes, because he's not very smart, and gets stuck.
Did the one that's charged up burst have to use like double his movement or something to get there?
Through these ones, yeah, that's why. Oh, hang on. No, it's only the white bits on the map, the bright white bits. These
Okay.
bits are just flavour on the original map I could not get rid of.
Fair enough.
Smashes through the briar bush. You see another ghoul disappear into the cave, and these 2 ghouls come running forward. So they're gonna run to there. No.
Someone who's not in melee should eat Molotov into that.
These guys are gonna charge. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so there's only one attack, which is going to lash out at Sindri.
Of course it is. Through the
He
gap.
manages to duck underneath the thrashing ghoul's claws as it takes a lethal swipe towards his head. But to no avail. We're back to top of the round. It's Godfrey.
Okay, well I think I can get it so I can angle it so it hits all these guys with burning hands, which is 15 foot. Cone.
Okay. 15-foot cone, yeah. So it would hit these 3 guys, those 2 guys, and would hit that square as well.
Yeah. So I think it's a dex save. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
One closer to you gets a 11.
Fail.
To the right gets an 18.
Success.
Bottom
Takes all
right
damage.
gets a 9.
Fail.
Fairy Fire gets an 11.
Fail.
And top right gets a 12.
So only one succeeds.
This lad here.
12 points of damage to all of them. Apart from the one that took saved, which is half.
Jeez.
And that
So
one
just
is
got thumbs together.
immolated.
Suck it, ghouls. Glad I finally got
Okay.
against that.
Your burning hand goes off as a gout of flame. Several screams of the ghouls that go wild as they are covered in fire. One of them right in front of you leans out and tries to slash at you, but as it does, its charred arm crumbles to dust and clatters against your armor. Falls to the floor. Okay, Torlek. You've got a
Pull on my
massive,
fingers.
writhing, charred, blackened skinned ghouls in front of you.
Yes, I have. I'm gonna just try and stove the head of the closest one in with the mace. Just gonna swing at it. It's right there. Oh!
Knife.
There it is! There it is!
Nice.
So the one ghoul that was giving it the big boy because he managed to get out the way of Godfrey's burning hands manages to duck right into the path of your swinging mace. You connect with its head
For 6.
for a huge 6 points of damage. You hear a thwack, there's a smack and a crack of bone, and as you look, there's a ghoul with a completely missing face, gouts of black blood just spurting from where its eyes were. Its jaw is missing, its tongue is lolling about, hopelessly blowing, gurgling at you. It's still standing, but you wish it wasn't.
Ugh. And then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself, because they're all up in my face.
Outstanding. Okay, cool. Liaquinor, it is you.
Cool.
Say you knew.
Oh, cool. I guess what we're going to do.
All up in your business.
They're in a good Molotov position.
Yeah, but still on you.
No, it's not that big, I don't think.
I don't decide where it goes, the dice does. So, alright.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
good, yeah.
it's a 10-foot
let's
cube.
try one now. We can test it out. We've never tried one before, really. So let's give it to this guy here at the back.
You've used them before. It burns in a 10-foot cube.
Yeah, I chuck one.
1, 2, 3.
I suggest that guy there, as you will have advantage to throw that shit at him.
Alright, let's try that then.
He's covered in fairy fire. So make a ranged attack.
What we're rolling on for range then?
Your dexterity or your strength. I'll let you.
Dexterity is probably better, I'd say.
Yeah, use either. You're not having proficiency though.
Okay. Well,
You're not used to throwing bottles, you're used to drinking them.
Nice. Alright, and that's so my dexterity modifier is
Plus
so
2.
use a
mate.
plus. Okay, and I'll roll it twice with advantage, yeah. So,
Yeah, man.
Not very. There you go.
17 was your first one, so you still got 15. No, sorry, 14 was your first one, and plus 2.
14 with the first one.
14 was your first one, we'll use that one. That'll
still hits.
work because that, let's just see which direction that would have gone out of curiosity. Yeah, that would have hit Sindri in the face.
Aww.
We'll use the first one. We also would have immolated Godfrey and Torlek, so we'll use the first one where you managed to actually get it. Lob it there.
Omelets and eggs, right?
Okay, man. It is. Oh, I cannot find my note on where the Molotovs is.
I've got it written down, Glenn.
Wonderful.
It's 10 foot square, does 2d6 fire damage, and then creates a hazard that does 1d4 if you start your turn there.
Especially with
2d6
4
fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find out how much. 7. More than half.
Not bad. Not bad at all. You see these guys writhing in pain as yet again immolated by fire. These guys are not having a good day. You can see them clawing at their flesh, trying to put the flames out, but only digging their claws in deeper, cutting away huge parts of their dead, decaying skin. Oh yeah.
So they've all taken like 90 points of damage already.
Yes, you guys have wrecked these fools rather quickly. So they start writhing about in pain as your Molotov bursts across all 4 of them. They're still up. These horrific, nightmare-fueled images of long claws, tortured faces, and flames burning and blackening their skin more, writhing about. This massive burning teeth and claws, flailing about in the woods. You feel good about that hit. That was a good bottle toss. Okay, Jess, you're on deck.
More fire.
I was tempted by an ice knife, but it feels like it might be overkill at this point.
Yeah, might want to save it.
Yeah.
Stick with a fire theme, man. Don't kill them out.
I was about to say, like, these guys down here all seem pretty well taken care of, so I'm going to chuck a firebolt at this guy.
Nice.
With advantage, which is for the best, really.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
For all of 2 damage.
2 damage.
I get 2d10 once I hit 5th level.
Ooh, nice. So yeah, your firebolt, you managed to wind it up and curve it beautifully, wanted style, like between Sindri and Godfrey. It flies, curves through the mass of writhing ghouls into the tree, into the massive briar bushes, and into this feral ghoul's face. Goes up, writhes. You can hear the snapping and of thorns and the ripping of flesh as it flails wildly. I'm going to say it's going to cause itself D4 because I put too much flavour on that.
I will take that.
Yeah, so you can see
Or
it,
the description.
ends are being ripped by the huge thorny bush that it's trapped in, that it's trying to put the fire out that's burning in its face. Okay. Anything else from Jess? You moving? You staying where you're quite happy with your position?
Yeah, I'm gonna chill here for now.
Okay, cool. Oh, when you're on deck.
Oh, that's shoot the shit
Okay,
out of these guys.
I'll basically do what I did the last time, which is, well, do a lot.
Many arrows.
Many arrows.
You've got advantage on that guy, so you might as well quick shot at him.
11.
I'm just short of him.
Just short. The first one misses.
What's advantage,
Yeah.
right?
Depends ones are you shooting first?
I was shooting the
Yeah.
guy. What?
That one, so yeah, roll again.
Oh, it's
Oh,
just
that's
enough.
12.
That's just enough this time. 6 plus 6, that's just enough. You managed to strike through the orange flames and green flames mixing in to make this thing look like some sort of crazy tiki party as it's flailing around.
And
4.
is it 4? Okay.
You see that ghoul drops to the floor as your arrow strikes through. You're not getting that one back. You can see the fletchings immolate in the fire. It falls to the floor and starts to convulse and twitch before being completely consumed by the flames.
In that case, I'll. Is he dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll go for this guy next then. 20.
That's enough.
No, I can't add.
Gone hit. That's gone
Okay.
hit.
Yeah. 5.
5 damage. Another one drops to the floor and starts to twitch. Torlek is close enough to hear the skin bubbling and cracking and crisping, popping and wheezing.
Okay.
Little gouts of black spurts of ichor flying towards you like bacon in a hot pan.
Ugh.
As it
Lovely.
is immolated
Less,
by the
less
flame.
tasty.
And I think I can use a quick shot as well.
You can use a quick shot as well. You keeping track of your arrows. This will be your 6th arrow you've shot now.
Oh.
In this encounter.
I got like an extra. I got like, an extra bunch from Batman.
Yeah.
What is it?
So you had 40.
Okay.
I would say roll for me 2d20.
Go 220s.
Okay. So you used 15 arrows out of your first quiver.
Okay.
So you had. You've got 15 arrows left in your first quiver, and you have 20 left in your second quiver. So this will be the 6th one you've shot from your first quiver. So you'll be down to 11 arrows in there.
I think I was doing a quick shot before, wasn't I? I rolled a
Yeah,
15
quick shot.
on it. Yeah, I rolled a 15 for that. 4.
4 damage on this guy here, or
Yeah.
this guy here.
Oh wait, yeah, I think it was this guy I was going for.
This one, the bottom one.
Yeah.
This guy drops to the floor and is completely immolated by the flames. The corpse twitches and pops. You can see the rigor mortis in the fire, like convulsing the limbs, and then all of a sudden it just goes. It hisses like when you set a spider on fire. All the legs sort of crisping together, and it just burns to blackened char on the floor.
It's fine.
Bang. Right, so you're down to 10 arrows in that first quiver and 20 arrows in your second quiver. Cinders is going to... Man, he's... You hear him whisper underneath his breath and point towards the final ghoul on fire. And he holds the action for a moment, then goes, ah, shit. Turns around to Torlek and goes, Torlek, you're the best. You are better than most of the best. Please be inspired by my little song. Kill these fuckers so we can move along.
Yeah! I feel inspired.
You are inspired, my friend. So move to move. This one leaps forward and dies.
Lol.
Completely immolated by the fire. The chapped ghoul, breaks free. And manages to have enough nous to run around the fire. Charges into you, Torlek, leaps forward, with its slashing claws. Okay. So he's going to claws for a 12 to hit.
I'm not gonna contact, mate.
Ghoul is perplexed.
Yeah. So his claws slash bang against your arm. And just rages at you. You're just standing there, kind of like, "Come at me, bro. Come on." I can't quite get to you. There's a horrible sound of bony claws screeching on metal as it wheels back round to Godfrey and Torlek's turn. You're both on the same initiative, so gentlemen, you can talk between yourselves on who wants to go first.
Well, I'll go over here, so get advantage.
Go for it, Godfrey. I'm fending this thing off with my shield. Take him down.
Try and hit him. Nice. 17 plus 6, so that's gonna work.
Yeah, that's
Make
gonna
the
work.
make.
Ah, 5 damage.
5 damage. You're using a mace, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Roll
you
the
bring
wall.
your mace down as this thing's still lashing and trying to get at Torlek, who's holding him off with the shield. He bumps it back towards you, and you bring your mace down this huge overhead swing. You catch serious meat off this thing's back. You hear this as you dig into its shoulder meat. There's a huge swath of it comes ripping off. You've exposed its shoulder bone and half of its rib cage now. You can see blackened lungs inside, just kind of wilted inside the rib cage as the meat sloughs off onto the floor. You see several ribs break with a sickening crack as you bring your mace down. It's covered in black ichor. It's a serious hit on this thing. You can see it whips around to face you, and it's still like one hand clawing at Torlek, the other hand sort of trying to get towards you as Torlek comes in.
So I'm gonna take advantage of the distraction of this thing as it wheels for Godfrey. Oh, let's see if it crits. It does not, but still, 17 is a lot.
It's gonna hallop him.
1!
Exactly rolls with me, Ben. I also rolled a 17 to hit and then rolled a 1 on damage.
So Torlek brings his mace in and a side swipe. Tries to bat the ghoul back and bring the mace round the side swipe. You actually push him too well with your shield and knock him just out the range of your mace. You can swing, you feel it bite. There's a tiny gash rips across the front of the ghoul's flesh. It doesn't seem to notice. It's still trying to claw at Godfrey and claw at you. You're just a bit too forceful with your shield. Got a bit too G'd up in the fight.
Well, that's it from me.
Leo, you can see Torlek and Godfrey doing a Dudley Boy double team on this ghoul. Not quite working as good as you wanted to, though.
Should have suplexed him into the fire.
Strength check on a suplex, please. Alright, let's go into this, and I'll try and shish kebab him in this middle ground. So let's try and rapier him. Alright, so I'll try and hit him. And my throw today is 15. Sorry, 11 plus 4. They hit.
That's gonna hit, son.
And its damage is 5 plus 2, 7.
7 damage. You stab forward with your rapier. It digs deep into ghoul meat. You can see, Godfrey, when you weigh your stance, you see the black and wilted lung. There's just a silvered point of rapier pokes out the back of it, and then is drawn back out. The ghoul sort of lurches, but is still on his feet.
Oh my god.
This guy. Just
This
hanging on.
cool, man. It's cool.
It's a survivor.
Yeah. If there's anything else, nothing else, Godfrey, and Jess, you're up on deck. You see this ghoul getting absolutely beasted by the Spit Roast team of Torlek, Godfrey, and the Aquanaut. And it's looking rather haggard, but it is still on its feet in a valiant effort to take all three of them on.
I mean, I'm gonna join in this party and chuck a firebolt at it.
Right, that's with advantage.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, they're gonna hit.
For 6 damage.
Nice.
-6. So as Torlek and Godfrey and Leo just like stab away and slash away at the school, it's just kind of absentmindedly just goes, huh? And just throws the firebolt, it like curves around Sindri and Torlek and just slaps into the school and sends it flying backwards into the flaming remains of its compatriots. And it is completely immolated.
Well done, everyone.
Woo!
Yeah, nice work, gang.
There is a silence now. So all you can hear now is the crackling of the fire on the floor.
Let's move up to the cave entrance before they get out.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you guys can all move to the cave entrance. As you do, you can see on the floor beneath you the remains of many, many poor, unfortunate travelers. Some are armored, some are clothed in traders' garbs, some are clothed in farmers' garbs, some have been there a very long time and have almost rotted completely. Some look rather fresh. The ground beneath you is saturated in blood and gore and guts and viscera. There is a foul, sickly, sweet stench of death that permeates from the mouth of the dark, moor-like cave. Inside, there is barely any light. You can see into the cave maybe 25 feet before the the passage inside looks to take a sharp turn to the right. You can see on the floor beneath you there are the remnants of old minecart tracks. And you can see right at the back, as the corner turns, more bodies piled on the floor. To the right of you, there is the disemboweled carcass of a horse. It's some sort of draft horse. And in its entirety, this place looks absolutely horrible to be in.
Lush.
As grim
Is
as it
that
is, it might be worth seeing if any of these bodies have something that could be helpful. If it look like they've got any kind of equipment left on them.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, any arrows knocking about?
Yeah, things like that.
Well,
I like how we can see Jess's legs. Just looks like her legs sticking out the bottom.
Nice. You can find there's only 2 of your arrows that you were able to recover. The rest are all in the immolated bodies of ghouls.
Oh, I was thinking about other people's arrows, but I'll take those 2 back.
You can make an investigation check to see if there are any other usable arrows or anything else.
Oh, okay. Right. 16.
16. You find 4 more arrows of questionable quality.
Better than none.
End of the day arrows.
Yeah.
Scrape
4 arrows.
Yeah, being as there are so many bodies and bits of detritus and crap around, I'd like to just, as whatever we're doing, just as we're going past all these things, just keep my eye out for anything that might be useful, because I've got a passive perception of 18, so I'll probably pick something out if we see some, I just want to keep my head on a swivel.
Right, okay. In one of the bodies.
In one of the bodies.
Yeah, well, in amongst one of the bodies, you see what looks to be a silvery coil of rope.
Okay.
So true.
Is this body where the coil of rope is far into the cave, or?
Notice at the mouth of the cave, just to the right of the entrance, it looks, from your guess, it looks to be some sort of decayed miner's corpse. And what used to be a leather satchel on its back is now sort of rotted away, and inside there is looks to be a silvery coil of rope.
Alright, well, I'll go and pick it up.
Pick that up. As you do, you lift it from the decayed corpse. Though foul smelling, this resplendent coil, 30-foot coil of spider silk rope will come in handy.
Oh, yes.
Do you want it cleaned up so it doesn't smell?
Yeah, prestidigitate me right up.
30 feet of coiled spider silk rope.
I'll cast light on my shield. Head in, I suppose.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Following Godfrey's suit, I'm going to use one of my Sendes heart charges and create some floaty, glowy spores that follow me around as well, just in case we get separated.
There we go. Right. There we go. That's what you guys can see.
Yep.
So, you guys have got free movement for the minute.
I'm just gonna stay at Godfrey's shoulder, basically.
I like how Godfrey's just edging.
What I will say though is,
Yeah, I'm going
is that
slow.
when one person moves, everyone else must move before they move again. So it's not just like racing through.
Well, I'm going to move up to this corner and see if I can have a look around with the shield.
So you hear, as you reach to the corner, I would say just before you shine the light, you would hear murmured talking, if that's going to change your action. When you get to there, you can hear common being spoken.
If I can hear, if it's something that I can understand, then I'll get one of the people with dark vision to look around the corner instead. So it's not as bloody obvious.
Right. There we go. Who wants to peep around the corner? You can hear sort of murmured common coming from the room around the corner. Who wishes to peep?
Yeah, I'll have a little. Okay.
You can both have a peep if you wish.
I'll peep here, and then if you peep you can come too.
Are you being sneakily peep? What are you
I'm
doing?
definitely doing a peep.
Sneaky peep.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a sneaky peep, you guys, between the two of you, you can see this. In there is a deformed creature standing in what looks to be a cavernous room, surrounded by ghouls. There's a cat-like purring coming from him. You can see he's reaching out with these horribly deformed hands and stroking them. And he's saying, "Can you hear them, my sweet babies? My loves, can you smell them? Can you feel them in your hearts? The voices, their whispers, let them guide you." And then one of them sort of gets a bit toothy, and he strokes its head. And he goes, "Yes, yes, my loves, I know that you hunger. When the time comes, when she with the beautiful voice comes to find us, then you will feed. Until then, Papa, keep you safe." And he strokes its head. He's, "Papa." And he looks up towards where you two are standing, goes, "Papa will keep you fed." And
This is
with
my
that,
second least favorite
the
voice.
ghouls pull out. whip towards you and then race towards you.
I was gonna use message to tell you guys what we saw, but I think maybe you know now.
So,
Absolutely rumble.
Oh,
Oh my god, there's loads of them.
and the two squishy people are at the front.
Fuck.
yes. So, we are going to go with the same initiative. Do you want to keep the same initiative order, or would you like to roll new initiative?
It's the same.
I don't mind the same.
May as well.
Order, we're happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, Godfrey and Torlek, you're up first.
Quick question, DM. Have 10 minutes passed
Since when?
since the last fight?
No.
Cool.
You have approached and it's maybe been 5.
Wicked.
You guys crossed the ground quite quickly.
So I've still got Shield of Faith and I've still got Inspiration. Let's do this.
Booyah.
Molotovs are cool, aren't they?
Mm.
So, what you guys gonna do? Godfrey Torlek, who's going first?
If Godfrey's pondering, I'll go first.
Not 100% sure.
Can I tumble through? Can I get through the allies without penalty? Or
You can move through your allies, yes, with no penalty.
15, 20, 20. Whoa. That's really annoying because I'm going to be in combat. Fuck. Okay, I'm going to run up to interpose myself between the squishies and the oncoming baddies, and then I'm going to just take a swing.
Amazing. Swing at Gulio numero uno.
Yes. And in an attempt to piss off Papa, I'm gonna go, die you filth! As I swing for him. 4!
You scream, die, you filth! The ghoul just launches forward at you and wrestles with your shield. Threatens to pull it from your grasp, and you have to just sort of wave your mace at it to make it back off. You don't actually manage to cause any damage, but it does back off briefly for you to regain your fighting stance.
That'll be it from me. Nothing else left.
Godfrey! Godfrey!
I'm going to try a new spell and cast Flaming Sphere. So if you've got one of them little fireballs that I can move around, that would be cool.
Let me see. Here we go.
So I put that there. I think it doesn't do damage till the end of their turn though.
Let me
Ends its
check.
turn within 5 feet. Must make a dex saving throw. So basically, everything around that takes damage if it ends its turn there. But it's only a bonus action, so I'm just gonna twat the guy in front of us. Natural 20.
Oh,
Boom! Son!
Nice.
How that?
I rolled a 4 and a 1. So 5 plus 4, 9 damage.
9 damage. So as you strike down with your mace, boom, onto the top of the ghoul right in front of you, you hear bones break and flesh slough off. And then in the background you hear, my babies! My babies! Blood stand for such sweet ones! And the ghoul is going to immediately lash out back at you with a 21 to hit.
Ward Flare.
Warding flare. That with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Again, I think, isn't it? Makes it a 10.
Miss.
His claws scratch down the front of your armor as he lashes out at you.
So I flash with Divine Light, and he misses. I hope the whole Joy's second fireball.
Okay. Understanding. Anything else from you, Godfrey? Or are you creating a shield wall with Torlek?
Yep. So that's it.
Alright, Leo, you're on deck, mate.
and move here, I guess, and
Okay, as you do, you step deftly over the two corpses. Beneath your feet, there is a soft squish. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
my constitution. Rubbish. Let's have a look. 17, yay!
17.
Yeah.
Small puff of dusty smoke rises from where you just stood. As you look down, you see the crushed forms of puffball mushrooms underneath your feet. As you inhale the puff of smoke, there's a caustic burning in your throat, but you manage to clear your throat. You've drank worse grog than that. You shake off the effects.
Good. could have not done with that. That would have been good. Alright, and saying as I can't really attack anyone from here with a rapier. Not that long. I can bardically inspire other folk, like Arwen. She likes arrowing things, so he inspires. So a good pat on the back and say, "You're up with the bows, lady." That's me.
Godfrey's okay. When you're feeling suitably inspired, there's a passageway full of gnashing, ravaging ghouls trying to break past the shield wall created by your armored companions.
Right. I'm gonna shoot the one-eyed circle before I get up to 5 and 6, 11.
11. Your first arrow, you can't quite get it, find the angle you let fly, and it thunks to the floor right in front of Torlek, between him and the ghoul. Having to try and shoot over his shoulder.
Yeah, okay. I forgot about
Didn't
moves.
quite manage with that one.
That's fine, I
You
forgot
can
about
pick that up though, you know exactly where that's gone, provided Torlek doesn't stand on it or a ghoul doesn't.
Alright,
That's
okay.
salvageable. That's probably one of the dodgy ones you just picked up.
Okay. Alright, I'll go again with my, I forgot what it's called. Horde breaker thing. So
That's only
that,
if you hit, I believe, in it.
It's just when you make an attack, I think.
Oh, is it when you make an attack?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, go for it then.
I'll double check. Yeah, when you make a weapon attack, you don't have to hit.
you don't have to hit.
Great, Legolas it up,
Well,
go
I
for it.
have to hit a different one though, so I'll go for that one behind.
That guy there, you strike that guy there.
Dictionary. Where am I at? Okay, and so I need to do DA. 6.
6 damage. You manage to find purchase with the second arrow. You do a little hop in the air over Torlek and Godfrey's shoulders there, beating back the ghoul. You manage to get a clear line of sight and let fly. It strikes into the ghoul's shoulder. You can see it, like, it nicks the bone and it gets in the way, and he lashes up with a clawed fist and snaps the arrow off
Right.
to the shaft.
I guess.
That one's gone, not getting that back.
Fine. I guess quick shot then. At 16.
See, not hit one.
Yeah, there's disadvantage, isn't there, with the quick shot?
No, you just have -5,
Oh, -5, that's it. Okay.
but you got +6 in it, so it's 70.
Okay. So my 2
Nice.
10.
Oh,
Full 10.
Max damage.
Full 10. The guy at the front. You manage to strike. This time, Godfrey manages to beat him back, and you let fly. Your arrow pierces and shatters the ghoul's bottom jaw and thunks into its chest with its tongue. It reaches up to try and snap the arrow off. It doesn't quite manage to reach it though, as it's sticking out just underneath where its chin used to be. The big hit. That one's looking very poorly. Papa at the back goes, "My baby! Do not hurt my baby!" And this ghoul behind He's going to leap forward and just try and claw at Torlek.
Okay.
Natural one. Torlek managed to beat it back, and it ends up underneath Godfrey's flaming sphere. And I'm going to let you roll damage for that now, Godfrey.
Okay.
Because technically it was a reaction, but it is underneath it.
6 damage.
It begins to immolate. Black and rotting flesh catches fire and fills the stinking chamber with an even worse fetid smell. There's wails of anguish from Papa at the back. No, my baby!
This guy is the worst.
That's all from Arwen, I believe.
Yep.
I've gone the wrong way around. It should have been Jess first, not Arwen. Many apologies.
Sorry. I'm gonna try and chuck a bath bomb at this guy.
Okay.
Is a 12 good enough to bounce it off his face?
Which guy? This guy here?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, 12's gonna hit.
Boom. And is it 2d6, one of them? Or does
Yeah,
it just set him on fire?
2d6.
Cool.
And it's gonna burst into a.
That's one. Best of base, there we go.
Both sides.
Okay, what do we get?
So that's
No,
7 altogether.
7 damage altogether. For that guy there.
A 1 and a 6, which is basically how I roll in a nutshell.
How I roll. How I roll.
That guy there.
Wah, wah, wah.
Fire. 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 And fire. I'm gonna place it like that. There it goes to the corridor is now immolated, and the ghouls are taking damage from it. The screams of pain as they begin to burn and crisp and blacken. And more screams from Papa. Anything else, Jess?
No, that's me done.
Sindri is going to move to the back here. He'll go, oh, gee, that's a fiery. He's going to look towards Godfrey and go, Godfrey, we've arms so strong. Hold the ghouls back on your mighty shield. If you don't, they'll break through the wall, and the rest of us will all be killed. It's gonna inspire you with that. And then what will he do? He's gonna let fire with his crossbow. Ooh, he fucking hits. Get in. Just at this chap here. Fuck. Takes him out.
Yeah.
So there's Godfrey, you like look over your shoulder to raise an eyebrow at Sindri's song. You see a crossbow bolt come flying towards you. Manage to just move out of the way as the ghoul lurches forward to lash at your neck. The crossbow bolt strikes him full in the face. He tumbles to the floor, unmoving. It's now the ghoul's turn. This ghoul here is gonna like try and move forward, but then be beaten back by the flames. Papa is going to go, come back to my bed. You do not go near the fire. Papa and the ghoul are going to move into the room. Okay, so Torlek and Godfrey are up next. You've got your flaming sphere is burning right above the rest of the corridor, which is burning.
You only take damage from flaming sphere if you end your turn next to it, right?
It does hit friendlies, I think. But only if you end your turn next to it. But all these
Okay.
ghouls take the 2d6 that ended their turns. We'll take it.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
Do you want to go first, Godfrey, or shall I?
Well, we're kind of stuck in this corridor now with all the fire.
I
can move mine, but I can't move the rest.
I'm gonna step to here, in front of Godfrey, in an attempt to see around the corner. I want to see Papa and the other ghoul if I can. See where they are.
Through the fire, you can see that there are several corpses on the floor of this room, but Papa and the other ghoul are nowhere to be seen.
Fuck.
The floor beneath you is a mixture of wet, fetid mud, ancient cracked bones, and more recent viscera and gore. It's a veritable charnel house that you've walked into now. It seems it's been used by the ghouls for a very long time.
Fuck. I can't really do anything then. I can't get through the fire. So
You can get through the fire. A little bit. So it's gonna burn 1d4 per 5 feet. It's not much. It's all right.
Yeah, no thanks. In which case, I'm just gonna have to. Fuck, I'm gonna have to just step back. I can't do anything. I can't interact.
Well, I can move my fire forwards 1, so I can ram it into this guy, and he takes 2d6 of me.
Oh, he's not dead, right? In that case, yeah.
I don't think so, right? They're not dead, are they, Glenn? I mean, not re-dead or whatever you.
No, that guy is not dead. He is still alive.
No, in which case, I'll
Hang on, I'll do this. There you go.
Ah,
So they are under the fire. But they
Stole
are
my
still,
fire.
they're
He
still
stole my
very much
fireball.
alive. Did I apologize.
okay,
There you
so
go.
I've used my bonus action to ram that forward into that guy. He takes 7 points of damage. I think he
7
has to make a
points
dex
of
save,
damage.
actually, sorry.
Okay. Which is a 9.
Yeah, so he fails, so he takes 7.
And you hear as he blackens to a crisp.
It was actually, he was already on him, so we had to hit me back.
Ah, right, okay, well, he would have died.
Okay.
He was underneath that. So it's that guy. 7 points of damage. He screams! The ghoul scream.
So the fireball's in his face now, the weapon.
He's immolated, he's getting burned, does not like it.
Okay.
There is one behind him that is being burned at the same time.
Yeah.
Alright, is there.
Does he also take the 7 points?
Is it next to it as well?
It's like with everything within 5 feet, so all the squares around the fireball take damage.
Yes, he will also take. He will take 7 points as well. Why not? Kill him. There is another scream. As the ghoul begins to burn.
But we're still kind of stuck behind it.
Oh,
Until that guy's dead.
Is there fire in front of me anymore? Like on the square below me?
I mean, I can use Almatage maybe to dim the flames.
You already used your bonus action, haven't you, mate?
That's a bonus action, Almatage is an action.
Alright, fair enough.
There's not a bonus action to move your flaming sphere.
Yeah.
Or is that
But
your action?
Almatage is an action. Bonus, the sphere.
Yeah, right. I believe you can extinguish flames with thaumaturgy.
Yeah. So I'll extinguish the one in front of me.
Yeah.
So at least we've got a visual.
The flames to flicker bright and dim, so you can dim them down. I'll say you can dim them down to the point where Torlek can stamp them out with his feet as he moves on to them.
Cool! Sounds good, Godfrey. Cleric team away. So, if Godfrey thaumaturgies the flames, I will move to said spot then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess bonus action stamp the flames out. Can I see any more of the room now?
You'll take damage off the sphere if you end your turn.
I know, mate. I know.
No, you can't see any more of the room from where you are. That's your line of sight. There is a wall here, hidden by the fire, by that fire there. You see the wall?
Fuck, and I can't move any further forward because the flaming sphere's in the way.
Next turn I can move it off the ghouls. Because we can
Yeah,
only
but
move it
there's a
next, it
wall
bounces
there.
into him and then stops.
Yeah. Is the ghoul directly in front of me dead, or?
No, he looks like he's dead. He's on his way out. If he
Alright.
stands near that flaming sphere for much longer, he's not going to last much longer. He's
Alright.
writhing, clawing at the fire, trying to put it out.
Well, since I can't see anything else in the room, I'm just gonna club this guy. Like, get the shield between me and the fire, and just take a swipe at him at maximum possible range. Then
Go for it.
it's gonna be 12,
That's going to hit.
and it's gonna be 5 damage.
It's going to be 5 damage. There's a shower of flame bursts from the ghoul as you crack and center mass. Small little cinders fly off all over the place. The ghoul still writhes around. You swear you see a big part of his midsection just slough onto the floor and sizzle and pop as it's burning in the fire.
Listen to Cloud.
Okay, then I'm going to step back. I know he's gonna get a opportunity on me, but oh, is he dead?
No, he is not dead.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna step back. I know he's gonna get an opportunity attack on me, but I'd rather that than flaming sphere.
The opportunity attack. The opportunity attack could be your downfall, as it is a 21 to hit,
Fuck a duck.
which is close.
That's gonna hit.
Is that with your Shield of Faith still?
Yeah, my AC 17 with Shield of Faith.
That is 5 points of slashing damage as the fetid claws slice into you. But there's no need to make a Constitution save because all of the detritus and the disease on his claws has been cauterized by Godfrey's flaming spear.
Oh, nice.
Wicked.
I was worried you were going to get paralyzed and then just get blasted by the flaming spear.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That's it for me. Can't do anything else.
Okay. Liaquano. Fiery, flickering hallway.
Alright. I guess I move up here. I don't want to really push past people though. No. And I don't really want to get in the way of the flames. So.
That ghoul and the ghoul behind it look as though if they stay next to the flaming sphere, that's going to be it for them.
So which one? This one, sorry, behind here.
There's one underneath the flaming sphere, and this one here. Both look to be on their last sinewy, charred legs. If the flaming sphere surrounds them, they're going to be stays next to them. They're going to be dead.
Alright, let's try the cantrip of Vicious Mockery, which is 60 foot. So that's a good shout, I guess.
Saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw of 13, man.
Alright. I don't think these things are very wise.
Well, they run into fire, so you'd hope not.
They do run into fire all the time. That is going to be a 12.
Oh, unlucky. Sick burn!
As you shout that, how much damage does it do?
It does, believe it or not, 1d4 plus, no, just 1d4, so 4, unlucky,
Nice.
4 damage.
of psychic
Max
damage.
damage. You hear beneath the burning flames of the flaming sphere, you hear a as it perishes and is immolated and turns to a blackened mound of sloughing, sort of charred flesh and bone.
Sick burn. Oh well.
Okay, Jess, you're up.
There we go. Right, so this guy here, I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt at him.
Cool.
So that's proficiency, so +8.
Plus
So 8 even, not +8, just regular 8.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say. So as you
It's wishful
left fire with
thinking.
the crossbow bolt, you misjudge ever so slightly, and it just goes flying into Godfrey's flaming sphere, and it dissipates.
I'm not getting that one back though.
No, that one is gone. Anything else?
No, I guess that's me then.
Okay. Arwen.
Yeah. Go for him.
Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 7.
Oh my word. Okay.
Oh, natural 1, sorry.
Oh my word. Okay, here we go.
1 to lose another.
1 to 2, it's Godfrey. 3 to 4, it's Torlek.
Oh, come on, it's your turn, Godfrey.
You shot me last time.
Torlek, you feel a massive thunk in your
Yeah.
back, and a piercing, stabbing pain as one of Arwen's arrows digs deep into your hip.
Ah!
Arwen, roll damage, please.
The ghouls have archers. Quick, run away.
5, I guess.
Torlek, you take 5 piercing damage.
Oof.
Your right arse cheek is pierced by Arwen's arrow. Arwen, you can probably get that one back if you ask nicely.
Oh wait, I'm desperate. Sorry about that.
Anything else from you, Arwen? Another one? Another shot? There is no enemies within 5 feet of Torlek, but we're attacking the other ghoul.
Yeah, I guess I could do a quick shot.
You can do a quick shot. There's no enemies near that ghoul either. Quick shot. Natural
Quick
1.
shot, original
Natural 1.
Okay, I'll get the other option.
This is why I stay behind her.
It's a 16.
Yeah,
Plus 6 minus 5. That's enough to hit.
okay. 5, yeah.
5 damage.
Again.
Yes, your arrow goes flying underneath Godfrey's flaming sphere. You strike the ghoul in its just above its crotch. You hear the arrow like pierce intestines. You can hear stuff slothing onto the floor and sizzling in the fire. But you watch in dismay as the end of your arrow is immolated by the fire in which it rides.
Well, moved on.
You're not getting that one back either.
Is the other one that I shot before that's on the ground, is that pick-upable now, or, I don't know if it's pick-upable, is that within reach, or do I have to wait for them to, like,
You
burn?
can, yes, you can reach the one that's on the ground and pick that up, yeah.
Cool.
They're thunked into the floor. Right, Sindri is going to... here we go. He is going to shuffle forward. So behind Torlek. Torlek, you feel a small, supple hand cup your right arse cheek. And then there's a sharp tug, a stabbing pain, and then a numbness. As Sindri removes the arrow from your arse and then leans forward and goes, "So, sweetness, Sindri will make you feel better." And he's going to do Cure Wounds on you.
Is Cure Wounds a ritual?
my.
4 points of healing done to your arse. He's going to give it a nice, gentle pat. That's all better now. That's all better now, sweetness.
I feel like our friendship has just advanced to a deeper level, Sindri. Thank you.
Right. Is it start the turn or end the turn, Callum?
End.
End.
Which is annoying.
Well, yeah, he's gonna throw himself forward.
I mean, I don't know if he can. It's in the space though, so when he runs into it, does he not take damage then? I don't
flaming sphere. Let's see.
You can like crash it into people as a thing.
He's gonna do dexterity saving throw. That is going to be a 16.
That's
So
the same.
yeah, you'll take half damage.
So we're doing it now then.
Yeah, do half damage now.
8 is max, so 4 damage.
He launches himself forward in a blind rage and just chooses poorly in the fire, and you see him slowly melt. It stops moving as the fire burns into a crisp.
Nice.
So you're left now with the burning fire on the floor, of which there is one under. There is fire underneath your flaming sphere as well.
Okay.
Because it was that those 3 squares and that this one that got immolated. So you still have fire in front of you on the floor, which you can hopefully hear.
Yeah. I'm gonna move my flaming sphere into a room.
Okay. You do. So you guys can move in initiative order now to get past the fire.
I'll thaumaturgy it again so it's like diminished.
That one's going to diminish down enough so someone can stamp it out.
And I'll stamp it out on the way up over, I guess.
Wonderful. So Godfrey's created a small path for you to get through. And we'll reveal this area here. As you move into the room, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, sir.
Rolled a 12, so I think that might actually be 11 then. Yeah, 11.
Oh my. As you move past the bloated corpse on the floor beneath you, there is a...
Is there even a corpse left after all this fire?
Yes, there is a deflating...
Ooh.
The fire was there that you put out. There is a deflating... You don't feel anything at first. And you can swear underneath your leg armor something's moving. As you look down, there's a swarm of tiny white grubs crawling up your leg.
Yay.
You feel 3 sharp pinches and an uncomfortable feeling of something moving beneath your skin.
Ew.
Well, I'm just gonna walk into the fucking fire then, have a bit of that.
Okay, wonderful. So
It's gonna suck.
the rest of the swarm of rot grubs is gonna take some damage.
Eat it,
How much
grubs!
damage is it again?
2d6.
2d6.
Do you want me to roll?
You roll, yeah, you roll.
I only rolled a 1 and a 2, so 3 damage. But grubs surely
3
don't
damage.
Help.
The swarm is starting to, the swarm's actually got quite a decent amount of hit points. So you managed to burn quite a few of them off you. The ones that are on top of your armor and crawling up your legs start to burn.
Okay,
But
then
there's
I'll
some that you
fucking...
can feel now that are underneath your armor.
I'm gonna ward and flare so everything in 5 feet of us gets blasted with radiant damage as well. What? Sorry, word of radiance.
Word of Radiant.
Con save.
Ooh. Oh my! Flat 18.
Surely they're at disadvantage because they're on us.
It's Constitution, it's not Dexterity.
Ooh. No, they're fine then. I'm just gonna.
Surely they're disadvantaged because they've just been burnt.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stand in the fire. and they could all just fuck off.
Right,
I mean,
okay, so
I've got magic
you
missile, that doesn't miss.
take
Yeah.
3 points of fire damage.
That not deter them in any way.
No, they're quite hungry.
I mean, I've been pretty hungry, but I've never went, I might hide myself in the oven as well.
Guys, these guys aren't very wise. So how much damage have you done in total?
Just 3, I think.
Just the 3. You did radiant damage, didn't you? What did it?
Well,
radiant
they've
damage?
saved. So
Oh, they
it's a
saved.
cantrip.
Yes, saved. And you took 3 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I need-
The uncomfortable feeling of things crawling beneath your skin stops. The rest of you can see tiny little maggots crawling over Godfrey's back, slowly being immolated in the fire.
Is the entire swarm of them on him, or are they? Okay.
The entire swarm is on him. The swarm of tiny rock grubs.
I take it I can't do anything else now.
No, that's your full turn.
Yeah, okay. I roll around the fire.
Do you take damage from your fire?
Yeah, everybody does. It's a big ball of fire. Actually, so I end my turn there, so they take another fucking 2d6.
Ah!
Fuck, this is 8 this time. I
Eight.
guess I'll have to make a dex save against my own fire. Ooh!
Yeah.
I rolled a 14, but I think that might be not enough. Oh, I save, so I only take half.
So, if you manage to get out of the way of your own fire, surely the rot grubs that are on you manage to get out of
I
the
don't
way.
know. Fine, I'm gonna take all of it. Fuck 'em.
I'll let the rock grubs take the damage, and you can sort of, the ones that are on your front take the damage, and you manage to back off out of the fire, but you can feel them crawling around on your back now as well.
Look at
There's
that now.
not
That's
many
it.
left. The rest of you can see that there's not many left. Crawling all over Godfrey, you can see them trying to find ways in past his armor. Torlek, you're up next.
Alright, seeing Godfrey's predicament then, I'm gonna run up behind him and grab, like, the back of his scale mail, like the back of his collar, and then just slap my shield into his back so I don't knock him forward because I've got him by the scruff of the neck, but I'm just gonna squish as many as I can with my shield.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know what kind of check that is.
That's just gonna be a straight attack roll.
It's just an attack. Oh, okay.
Shield flash.
12.
12 against the rot grubs. Yeah,
Shield.
you're gonna
Shield.
squish
Shield.
some of them there. You're gonna squish quite a few of them there, and I'd say D6 bludgeoning damage.
2.
2. You do squish. There's several more little squishes going on. You do squish quite a few of them. There's still some crawling up towards Godfrey's unprotected neck.
And then bonus action, I will. He's got burns all over him, so I'll say salve and healing word him.
Alright, cheers.
And that's a D4 plus 3. So
I've taken no damage so far, and then I just set myself on fire.
speak for yourself, mate.
Hey, covered in-
Four healing, Godfrey. 4.
Okay. Leo.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely move up.
Torlek, you might want to move back, by the way, when you finish your turn.
Oh, you're standing on your thing, aren't you? Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Yes, he's covered in his fire.
Sorry, I can't see it. Yeah, I will, of course, step away. I don't want to be right in the fire.
Speak for yourself.
Definitely moving.
Fire is where I live now.
how's this looking now with polyps or whatever it was that was on there?
The rot grubs. You can see there are still some moving on it. There's a few stragglers, but not enough to cause you any concern by you stepping over it.
Oh, yeah, that might be nice, might that? Yeah.
You're gonna get out by Godfrey's flaming sphere there.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So Leo, as you step there, you can hear from the passage in front of you to your left, murmured voices. Several of them seem to be speaking common. Every now and again you can pick up the word, help. Help us. I don't want to be here. Can't take the hurt anymore.
Well, at least you're not on fire.
Please. I can't take the hurt anymore.
That's okay. Well, that's my full movement turnover, lads. So, yeah. Who's
Just
next?
as you step into the room, you can see in several places the walls have crumbled down. There's a giant stalagmite. Stalagmite might go up there. Stalagmite at the back of the room, heading towards the high, sort of curved, vaulted ceiling on which there is loads of smaller stalactites coming down. Several old, bloated corpses litter this room. A couple of them look to be slightly fresher. There's the one over here that particularly takes your interest that has strange blue growing mushrooms on it. Strange blue mushrooms growing on it. All around the walls of the cave are small holes and openings, chasms, open veins. It looks as if this room had started to be mined. And there are several small shafts leading off this room in all different directions.
That's my movement done, kids.
Yes.
Thinking I can only get this far. Well, I can actually get here, but I don't want to be next to your little ball of fire. So I'm just gonna park myself here. I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel like a magic missile for the rest of your little bug friends? Are you good?
Well, I'll take it. It's magic, isn't it? Can't miss, so.
It can't miss.
Yeah.
I feel better about that than people shooting arrows at us.
Fine, but after this, we're even for the ice knife, okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna target 3 that I can see and roll
Okay.
3d4 to try magically squish them. Not terrible.
Nice.
So that's a 1
Yeah,
and
with
2
that.
3s.
You let fly with your magic missile this. Thump into Godfrey. You see that you smash the remainder of the rock grubs that were crawling over him. You can't see any more of the crawling little white maggots on Godfrey anymore. You have effectively annihilated the swarm of rock grubs,
Good team.
killing any fun that I wanted to have with them. Go team. So, anything else from you, Jess, or is R enough?
No, that's me done.
Alright.
I'm just gonna wander on over here, because I don't think I can go much further.
Nope.
What's about me?
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
The Sindri is just going to bring up the back. Let's see, right. I think we need to get a bit further into the room, Tom. Have a bit of a look around. Get past this fire. This is going to burn out now. But the fiery flaming sphere is still raging. second goes by before you hear. Who tries come to my home? Who tries to hurt my babies? Sort of
I'll get
echoes
out of the
around
fire.
the room from several different openings.
Is the voice coming from along here?
It's coming from here, 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 and here. It seems to be emanating from the little holes in shafts and openings in the walls.
But are they too small to like get through?
No, you reckon that if you took your armor off, you could probably crawl through one of them quite easily.
No, thank you. Well, I'm gonna get out the fire. When the guy left before, did he
I
go?
need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please, mate.
No, I'm not. Oh, fuck off. I'm moving out. No, I'm not doing that corpse.
I was gonna say, can we stop treading on corpses, please? Fuck.
Nothing good happens.
When the guy left before, did it look like he went into this tunnel, or did it look like he went further into this room?
You saw that he moved to the right into the darkness, further into that room that you're in now.
To the right, so over here.
No. To your character's right. So
Ah,
he
okay.
moved from here this way.
Can I make a quick scan around and see if there's a way he obviously went?
Yeah, you can. Let's have an investigation check.
9.
There's so many different holes and openings in this room. You're pretty sure he went into one of them.
Okay.
And from the way his voice was echoing, you think some of them might link up, but you're not quite sure which one he's in.
Well, the flaming sphere already lasts a minute, so it's only going to last a few more rounds. So I'm just going to send it up one of the tunnels.
Okay, wonderful. So,
Probably one's over here where it looked like he went, and hope it burns his face off, and then I'm going to walk back over
okay,
here.
you send it up the tunnel.
Listen for a scream.
Burns off up the tunnel. There's no sound other than the echoing fire in the tunnel.
Let's get around this corner.
Okay. Anyone else?
That was gonna be my next move. Peek round the corner.
Shine the light of my shield down the tunnel.
Let the lads with the big shields and that go first, then.
So you can see down this corridor there is a large cave-in to the your character's right, to the bottom of the map.
What the F is that?
Down here, that is a large copper vein.
What?
And as you come into the room, I'm gonna make an intelligence check for old Cinders. As he sees something shiny on one of the corpses.
Oh no.
Ooh. You see me from a long way away.
Hold up,
There's
hold up, wait for a second, where the hell is he going?
There's an excited yelp of ooh. As Sindri looks to have found something interesting.
Oh,
Is it his doom?
No. He holds up what looks to be a beautifully crafted pickaxe with beautifully sharp, wicked sharp tips on it. As he turns to show you all what he's found, like, fuck, look at this thing, this looks fucking awesome. There's a moment of horror as he realizes that he too is covered in tiny white grubs.
This is bad.
Fuck.
Bad news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a oh fuck, you know, they're in me.
Christ. Worst possible things. Shout.
He drops the pickaxe to the floor. He starts to wriggle around and dance. They're in me, get them out, get them out.
I'll sacred flame the grubs.
Mm.
A creature you can see, so it's not going to hurt. This one won't hurt Sindri, I think. Pretty sure.
Right. Yeah, they have to save against it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Who wants to burn Sindri? Form an orderly queue.
Yeah.
At least he's getting sacred flame instead of the flaming sphere.
To be fair, if you look at the screen, we're pretty much in a queue anyway.
You guys are. Alright, so let's just go in initiative order, Torlek.
Grubs need to make a dex saving.
Yeah, let's.
The
Yeah, I'll do
grubs
it
fail
too.
save and throw.
Was that for Godfrey's or for mine?
They fail for yours as well.
Yeah. After you, Godfrey.
5 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage.
Nice.
Okay. Your sacred flames burst against Sindri. He's like, what the He realizes he's not taking any damage. He sees the tiny white grubs that are now blackened, like falling off. He's like, keep doing it! Keep doing it! But it's Leo, Jess, and Arwen up next.
Leo, you're first, I believe.
Can I have a look at this
Someone
lad?
shout, "Fool of a toque."
Can I have a look at this lad? Because he looks a bit different.
So you spend the time looking at a
Look at that lad, do you?
Just a little look, you know?
Right, make an investigation check.
could be full of grubs.
18 plus 2.
18 plus 2. You find on that corpse a pair of supple brown leather gloves that look to be resistant to the rigors of life in this cave. The rest of the corpse is very decomposed. A lot of the leather's rotting away, but these gloves seem to be pristine.
Nice.
I thought you were going to say some supple brown bugs of some kind.
They are a bit shag nasty on the inside. As you pull them away, the corpse's hands remain in them,
Nice.
but they are
Hey.
pristine.
Shake those out a bit. Make sure there's no like grubs or anything inside them.
A good portion of the flesh and finger bones fall out of the gloves, but you can still feel that there are some squishy jellified bits in there.
I'll keep that for later. Go and eat that.
Sindri's still wiggling about.
I'll give him a wash once we've, sorted the grub issue out.
So Jess, you're next.
I mean, yeah, are there still any grubs I can see, or are we past that point now?
There's definitely grubs on him.
Okay,
Not
let's.
to his front, but you can see them crawling over his shoulders and up his neck. There seems to be quite a few on his back as he's dancing and wriggling round.
Okay, let's try magic missile surgery again. So 1, 2, 3. So a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Wonderful. Okay, so you boom, 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 hit him with a magic missile. You can see more grubs splashing and popping and flying off him, but he's still dancing and wriggling around. He's like, it still feels like they're in me.
That's about all I can do for him right now.
He's just sort of standing there, wide-eyed, as his friends just kind of throw magic at him and then shrug.
It was that or an ice knife. What do you want?
Godfrey, you can now also hear the voices coming down that corridor. Help us! The pain is so much. Mama, where's my mama? I want to find mama. Just want to go home. I just want to go home.
God.
Right, it is Arwen up next.
Right. Shy of shooting him, there's not a ton I can do.
Sorry, Sindri, put your imagery. Arrows, talk.
I do have a spell that I now have, but I don't know if it will really help him. It will help me, maybe, but I think all the damage we've done to the grub things might it's animal friendship, so I can like charm them and convince them I mean no harm, but I don't know if that means I can convince them to get off of Sindri. Plus, we've been hurting them for a while, and if any of my companions target them or hurt them, it'll like break the spell.
Like the
And,
Pied
and
Piper.
do you actually want to be friends with grubs?
No, I don't. Not particularly. Like, I mean, if they keep their distance, then we're all cool. But I don't really know how
Interesting
spells.
solution.
Yeah, my only like thing I can offer. Other than just to watch them wiggle around.
I mean, can't hurt to try.
I guess not.
How close have you got to be for animal friendship?
30 feet? Where would I need
Here.
Oh, I'm not standing on that. Am I able to get like to... Am I able to get to here? I'm gonna go there. And I will give it a go on with the spell. I need to go back and read how to do it.
Does it?
Just
Like, you
does
don't have
it.
to roll anything for it.
Oh, okay.
Just talks to the grubs.
Hey, Grubs. Get off. Do you mind getting off of Sindri? I think those corpses over here look far more like interesting. So like, have at them.
Let's have a persuasion check off you, please.
Yeah, because I was hella persuasive.
Does she have advantage because they're our friends now?
No, because she was not very persuasive there.
Okay.
How often do grubs get to talk to anyone though?
D20?
Just
Is
a
it?
D20 plus your persuasion, yeah.
I don't have any persuasion, so 10.
So 10. So,
The halls of grubs.
curious thing happens. You see 10 white grubs drop off Sindri and crawl along the floor towards Arwen. And they stop 5 feet away from Sindri, and then they all start to wiggle in place at her. And they just
What, like
wiggle.
waving?
Kind of like that. You can infer that they're waving, but they're just wiggling. 10 little maggots on the floor wiggling. Sindri kind of stops wriggling around and looks at her like, that's good, keep doing more of that, keep doing that. There's still more on me. I still feel like there's some in my arse.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, let's have a look at Sindri's spell. Let's make an intelligence check for Sindri. He's never encountered these guys before. Yep. So he is going to cure wounds on himself. Let's have that. Which is awesome. I like that. So you get 6 points of health back. That's cool. Grubs. Right, that's meant. And then that's the end of Sindri's turn. He is going to move away from the corpse towards you. Towards you guys. Like, please help, there's still fucking more on me. I can feel them. You can feel them. Oh, good lord, Sindri. Oh, good lord, Sindri.
Oh, Christ.
He just screams in place.
That's not good.
You can see patches on his trousers are starting to go red.
Oh god.
Blood seeping into his trousers from his midsection as he dances on the spot. He's like, it fucking hurts! They're eating me from the insides! Help me, please! I don't know what to do! And then you hear, it's what you get for hurting the baby.
It's fucking
I hate that guy.
You will all die here for hurting my sweet passion.
Come out, you coward! Do you want to know how many of your babies I've killed?
Make an intimidation check.
Oh. With my mighty +1. 17.
Oh.
Pretty good.
You hear it. Kill them! And you guys can hear scrabbling and scratching coming from the holes in the walls.
I may have made things worse.
You do hear a howl from the hole in which you sent your flaming sphere up. It's not quite Godfrey's turn yet. You hear the scrabbling, scratching coming from the holes in the walls.
Where's their fucking leader?
He's a coward.
Hiding.
Papa.
Okay, Torlek and Godfrey are up next. Sindri just goes, no! Come on!
Right.
Do you want to go first, Godfrey?
Can I like grab Sindri and drag him back over here?
Yeah, make a strength check. He's quite light. He's pretty willing, although he's wiggling around a bit.
10. Unless
Yeah, that's enough. He's only little. It's only little. You can drag him and put him what here?
But like trying to chuck him behind us, so he's like not at the front.
You're gonna toss him, just sort of like scruff of the neck, bad child him, past Jaseel,
Yeah.
back into the back of the corridor. Yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna ask you to make another strength check to then throw him.
Okay. I somehow missed the dice tray. 21.
21. Yeah, you managed to scooch him across the floor. He does land in the pile of fetid goop that was the ghouls you were fighting earlier on. Slides into it face first and gets covered in gore, and you can just hear whimpering and crying from him now. But he is out there. Torlek?
I want to touch Sindri, so can I like just put my hand on him as Godfrey's dragging him past, or do I have to move to him and touch him?
No, you can slap him as he goes past. That's fine.
Just give him a slap.
In which case, I won't slap him on the bum cheek, but as he goes past, as Godfrey's kind of bodily moving him out of danger, I'm going to put my hand on him and cast Enhance Ability with Bear's Endurance. So he gains 2d6 temporary hit points and has advantage on Constitution checks.
Amazing.
So he gains 8 temporary hit points and he's got advantage on Constitution, so hopefully that will keep him alive a bit longer.
Wonderful. Yeah. See a little bit of colour returns to his face. He's still wriggling around and then he ends up in the gore of the ghoul.
Just have to
right.
shut him out.
And then
Leo. Oh, you want to move anywhere, Torlek?
well, I'm going to stay where I am, but I'm going to I'm going to Shield of Faith myself again, because I'm feeling kind of squishy right now.
Outstanding. Okay, Leo, you're up. Ghouls are crawling from the walls all around you.
Oh, so I'm gonna get to this point.
Excuse me, gents.
I'm gonna inspire Godfrey and say, "You got this one, lad." You can have some nice
Actually,
inspiration.
I might still have inspiration off Sindri, do I, Glenn, or has it gone off by now? How
Were
long
you
does it
inspired by
last?
Sindri as well? Oh.
Yeah, I think 10 minutes has passed since you got inspired.
Okay, so I'll take that, yeah.
There you go. Enjoy that. That's it. Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to stay put and chuck a firebolt at this gadget.
Go for it. That's a
Ow.
hit.
Just. Okay. And that does 4 damage.
Okay, so as it starts to drop out of the ceiling, you catch him mid-fall. Boom! The fireball hits him in the chest, and he just falls to the floor like a sack of shit. Lands really unhealthily. You hear some snaps of minor bones breaking, but it's like ah! Manages to find its feet. and just snarls at you all. That
Okay, that's me.
firebolt seemed to do more damage than you thought it did before. These ghouls look slightly different to the ones that you've been fighting
Ooh.
recently. Their skin doesn't look as black, doesn't look as weathered. It looks fresher.
I'm down with fighting baby ghouls.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what's happening in the next room. Like.
Let's get in there sharpish then. Yeah, that's me done.
Okay. Arwen, you got ghouls to your left and ghouls to your right. Everywhere you're round, there's ghouls in sight.
Can I move here?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. And I'm gonna. Oh, can I move and take a pop at one of them?
Yeah, of course you can.
The one that why not highlight them? The one that just failed a minute ago.
Huh?
Yeah. So I can add
Yes.
30. Yeah. So 8.
Take the march.
You pop him, slot an arrow right through his collarbone. You see his right arm's restricted now. He's trying to reach up and snap it off and can't quite reach it. Clawing at his shoulder, trying to get the arrow.
Right.
Dark red blood seeps from the arrow wound.
Dark red. Ooh, that's Is he not
No
within
one
five-
else near 5 foot in there. You're not gonna
Where's-
get a
Oh,
break on him.
okay, then yeah. I'll quick shot him.
Quick slot. Yes, that'll do it.
Oh yeah. That's the wrong thing. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's
Boom.
worse. 6.
6. That one, you strike center mass. With that one, you hear it break through the chest, but there's a very human sounding scream as it falls to the floor.
Ugh.
Is it dead? Okay.
It is dead,
Well, at least the one that's closest to me is dead.
twitching and convulsing on the floor, but it's dead. You reckon you could probably get your arrows back out of it, but you'd have to go over there and roll him over and pick him out.
I'll do that when he stops twitching.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
There's a coming from Sindri. Leopoldo and Jess, you can just hear whimpering now. I don't want to. No. Don't let them beat me.
Oh god.
He's like scratching and tearing at his clothing now, trying to rip them off. Make an intelligence check. He's got a 2. So we're going to roll on a very special table. Amazing. So Leo, he like reaches out a hand at you and he's just like, they're on the walls, they're on the ceilings, they're everywhere. He's just like looking at the roof now. His eyes have gone wild. The area around his pants is now completely soaked in red blood. Yeah, and it's now the ghouls. Right. So we've got 2 claw attacks at you, Godfrey. As they get close enough now, you see that these ghouls have scarily humanoid faces. You can make out that the one to the immediate, well, this one here, is slightly orcish features. The skin still has a green tinge to it. And the one next to him has long pointed ears of an elf. And their bodies are only just starting to turn grey, and their flesh is only just starting to droop and go sallow. 2 4s. They both scratch against your armor. You can see the claws aren't anywhere near as long, and they just sort of kind of brittle. This one snaps a claw on your arm, and the other one's clawing at you, desperate, trying to find purchase. It's like, nah, we'll get her. And there's almost full words of common coming out of their mouth. This other one is going to attack Arwen with a 7 plus 4 is that is 11. You manage to definitely step out of the way of the grasping claws of the seemingly old female human that is now trying to tear your face off. And then out of the ceiling drops Papa. We will kill you now for destroying my base. And he is going to shout, get them now! And all 3 of them are going to make attacks at you again. So Godfrey, we've got a natural 1. We've got a 14 to hit. And Arwen, we've got a 12 to hit. So none of them managed to make any contact with you whatsoever. The one that has the natural 1 like lashes out and overextends its arm to the point where you actually feel bleh. You're actually able to make an opportunity attack at the ghoul. 7 plus 6. That's no, that's enough. That's 13.
I can't do maths. Okay, yeah.
That hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. Which one you hitting? This one.
Whichever one missed. Okay, it's the.
You managed to smash the orc in its chest. No! Sound comes out of it. The Papa's just like, I will kill you all for it. Torlek and Godfrey, you're up now. Which of you wants to go first, gentlemen?
After you, Light Cleric.
Okay. Round 2, Flame and Sphere.
Awesome.
So I will put it there to burn all those guys.
Wonderful.
And then that's a bonus action. And then I'll channel Divinity. Basically the Radiance of the Dawn. And they all have to make con save. Basically they all have to make it.
Okay. It's fine. So got a 17 for the guy you smacked, the orc. A natural 1 for the elf. There is a 14 for the human between Arwen and Torlek. There's a 6 for the one next to Papa. And a 21 for Papa.
Fucking hell.
Everything over 14 saves, but they still take half damage. And the damage is 11.
Okay, so
Radiant damage.
just.
No, sorry, more. It's 14 damage.
14 damage in total. Yeah, there's a sigh from the orc, and you see what looks to be a smile come across the face before the body falls limp to the floor next to you.
Well, he gets to die in the light.
Does indeed. Okay. So there's a blast of radiant light go out. You can see in places the skin, like where the radiant light hits, the skin for a split second takes on a natural color, and then goes pallid again. But this time crackles and burns. And there's a cry from the ghouls, eerily human, elven.
Okay. Torlek.
Alright, well, being as I'm stuck in combat with this feral ghoul, I'm gonna try and get it off Arwen, so
Oh.
mace.
Try and get it off.
But advantage, because Arwen, yes?
Yes, because Arwen.
Yes!
Oh, there it is!
Thank you, Arwen.
Takes
6 damage.
So you managed to smash this one, the elderly human woman, smash into her back. You hear ribs crack. You see the remains of her dress sort of rip open. You can see like gouts of dark red blood gush into the floor. She whips around you, and turns towards you with her claws.
And then, since I'm just terrified for Sindri, I'm just gonna sort of whip round in his general direction, and I've no idea what's wrong with him, so I'm just gonna go heal in his general direction for a d4 plus 3. So 4.
So you heal. Sindri's just staring at the ceiling, screaming at it like, they're gonna get me! They're in the ceiling!
That's me.
That's you. Leo.
So, I'm going to bonus action some heals on our lad, just because. So he can hear the healing word
Yeah.
for 9 heals.
9.
Oh.
Outstanding.
Good heal word.
What's the healing word?
The healing word is spoken. Just it is spoken. Just spoken. Just a quieting hush.
That seems to quieten him down something, but he's still looking at the ceiling wide-eyed with a glassy look on his face.
That's fine. I can't deal with
Maggots are
that. But-
clearly eating his brain.
So, I'm also moving to no, actually I can stay here and I can bane these 4 guys in front of me. 1,
Ooh.
3, and this lad.
Oh, darkness.
All the papa. So, bane at level 2 basically is a constitution save for these guys. Sorry, a charisma save.
Oh, not their strong suit.
Oh, it's level
They
2.
don't look very charismatic.
If it's level 2, you
No,
can
they
get
are
all
not.
of them, can't you?
Yeah, kind of 4,
Nice.
all 4 of them, yeah.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Right,
that.
so your man between Torlek and Arwen got an 8.
Nope.
Your man here got a 17.
Oh, he's alright.
This guy got a -1.
Wow.
And
double
Papa
beat.
got a 3.
Nice.
Yeah. So everybody but your man here is now baned, and they'll take a D4 of and subtract that from any rolls that they make for attacking or any saving throws.
Nice.
Right.
For 1
Yeah,
hit,
awesome.
technically.
For 1 hit.
For 1 minute.
For 1
For
minute.
1
just-
minute. Oh, amazing.
It's like the anti-bless.
Yeah.
Anti-bless.
So,
Nice. How do you bane them?
Got all
What do you
3.
say? Fuck
Maybe it's
you!
just
The dog.
a-
You hear Papa's go. "Wah, wah."
Yeah, that'll see.
I think that's nice. Nice. See,
Yes, bardic spells that do work.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
good. That was good.
Jess, you're up now.
Okay, just gonna glance at the absolute mess in front of her. Glance back at the absolute mess of Sindri behind her. And remember something she read once and she's got no idea if this is gonna work. But she's gonna cast Levitate on one single creature of her choice. That should then raise up to 20 foot, leaving its tiny maggoty cargo on the ground.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna levitate Sindri.
Just slowly lift him away from the mag. He ascends.
he is now probably
If I
freaking out because he's closer to the ceiling, but he is
Yeah.
20 foot in the air.
There
If
you go.
he's not very keen on that, then he can make a Constitution saving throw.
He's oblivious to the fact that he's levitating. Actually, no. He's gonna make a Constitution saving throw because you're raising him towards the things that he sees on the ceiling.
Fair.
Oh my good lord! I've just rolled a 19 for him.
Oh shit.
Oh, that is okay. He's staying on the ground.
19 plus 2.
Don't
Brought his
feel.
own death.
Don't. Just don't feel too bad. He's got advantage on Constitution saving throws as well because of me.
That was literally all I had to try and save him.
Oh wow.
Does anyone want to make an intelligence check on the rot grubs?
Yes.
More spells. Just
Yeah, go on.
quickly.
I'm gonna try that while I'm here.
One with intelligence should do.
Oh, that's 12.
You assume that the rot grubs that are on his skin are not the ones that are causing him the bother.
The bother. Eat them alive.
So,
I'll just heal him afterwards.
anything else, Jess?
No, that's just done for this turn.
Okay, Arwen, you got a ghoul. You got an old lady ghoul right all up in front of you.
Guess I'll stab at it. I think I've already.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just trying-
I suppose I'll stab.
strategy.
Yeah, I don't think the try to make friends with her thing is gonna work because I'm
No.
not sure what would be like had an interaction.
On average, you've killed more ghouls with your short sword than you have with your bow.
It's true.
Well,
Actually,
I'll give-
if you move to there, you could get two attacks.
But
With your
if I
horde break, I
move
think.
But you wouldn't
Yeah.
be advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'll give it. I'll I'll stab it. Fuck sake.
And again.
Advantage.
Oh. There's one now.
Way.
17
I'll
and
do it.
4. No wait. 4. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's gonna hit.
He's gonna hit. Yeah. It's not damage. Alright. Okay. The damage. 4. 6. Fuck's sake. 3.
Oh.
3, you do stab forward, slice a hefty chunk of meat off her hip. And she whips back around and she's caught between the two of you, just sort of lashing out both sides. Anything else, Arwen?
Yes. Sorry, in preparation for my next turn, I wanted to cast something on Papa.
Is it
I'm
a
gonna help
bonus
out.
action?
It is a casting time says 1 bonus action.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yes, you are able to do that then.
Okay, so it's Hunter's Mark.
Ah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you want?
Yeah, so I'll come back for him in my next go.
Who are you casting Hunter's Mark on?
Papa.
On Papa.
I like that. I'll come back for you.
Got my eye on him.
Use Hunter's Mark, little target.
When the
Oh,
time comes.
That's a good hunter's mark.
It's Sindri's turn.
Okay.
I just rolled max damage on the groups.
Yeah, I think that might be the end of Sindri.
No.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
No?
I've rolled 18 damage. Your man had 19 hit points.
Oh shit.
Is that including the bonus hit points I gave him as well?
Yes.
Fucking
including the
hell.
bonus hit points in as well. He's just like. "Ah!" You can see like he's now holding his stomach. There's the clothes on his stomach, his shirt starting to turn red around his stomach. His blood seeping out of it. So, Unbaned Ghoul, attack Godfrey. Unbaned Ghoul roll 19. Godfrey Ward in play, yes?
Yeah.
Oh
Play!
my god, he rolled a natural 20.
Boo! So it's still a 19 then.
The 19 sticks. The 19 sticks. And he is going to roll.
Had to fail eventually.
I want to say, are you taking off like a D4 as well?
Oh yeah, you have to take off a D4.
That's
The
the-
D4, it is a 2, which takes
And it
to
doesn't
7.
hit.
Yay!
Yes.
Bing,
Oh,
bing, 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 bing.
Oh wait, this was the unbaned.
I was going to say, wasn't this the unbaned ghoul? Yeah.
Ah.
So I'll use the 2 as the D4 of damage.
Yeah, okay,
So
he
plus
still hit.
2 equals 4 damage, 4 slashing damage from his claws. And I need a Constitution saving throw, please, Godfrey.
16.
16. Yes, you're used to this ghoul poison by now. You
Ow.
shake off the effects. The next, the banned guy rolled a 7. Minus 2, which is 5 to hit. Not very good. The old lady attacks Torlek and rolls a 10 minus 1 to hit.
No, sir.
Although Papa is now going to approach.
Yes, I thought he might.
It is time for Papa to get involved.
Well, the ghoul that attacked me takes the fire damage from the burning sphere. Because he hasn't moved.
Ooh, yes, that's 2d6. You roll that.
Takes 6 damage.
He is immolated!
Have a bit of that. Try and fight me.
Unbaned Ghoul flashes at you, tries to claw you, and then just bursts into flames, melts in front of you slowly. But this, here we go. He's Papa's turn. He's Papa. Right, so Papa is going to. Oh my word! Right, Papa is going to try and bite Arwen.
Oh,
Ooh, he's only rolled a 9. He misses with his bite. He's going to follow it up with his dirty, dirty clawed hand. Ooh, that one he makes is a fucking 22 though. For 8 points of slashing damage.
The Bane wouldn't have helped that.
No, the vein did not help that. Okay, Torlek and Godfrey, you're up next.
after you, sir.
Well, I'll crash into Papa with the flaming spear, so it bounces back again. Takes 2d6 damage. Six.
6. There's a.
Yes. He gets
As
to make
he,
a dex save though, I think, to take off.
As he takes some fire damage, he fails his dex save.
Nice. So he takes the 6.
And then immediately, because of his special rule, yes, runs. So Torlek's going to get an opportunity attack, and Arwen's going to get an opportunity attack.
Well, that's just my bonus action, so I'm gonna flame and burning hands again.
Okay. This happens is the second he takes damage, he runs.
Well, I could have done that second.
Yes. Do you burning hands?
Okay. So
Let's
they
say he's
need,
there.
they need to make dex saves.
The guy right in front of you rolled a natural 1. The old lady between Torlek and Arwen rolled a 4, which is a 6 in total. And Papa also rolled a 4, which is I think Papa's not as dexterous. Papa is more dexterous. That's a 7 for Papa.
And they all take 14 fire damage.
Oh,
Nice.
The old lady is immolated, as is the ghoul right in front of you. They burn, they fall to the floor. The bright, dark red blood sizzling and popping and bubbling splashing around, and now Papa runs.
Get him, guys.
So Torlek and Arwen, opportunity attacks.
Right.
Ah.
I can shoot. Oh wait, what?
I think you just gotta swipe at him. When
Yeah,
he's running,
you
Oh,
can
I
swipe
see.
at him while he's running away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just make a normal sword attack.
Okay. So D20. Whoa, 20.
Yay!
I've got
Your
a
legs
no.
up.
11.
Okay, so I get 2 forms of damage, I think, because of my spell and my normal one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm.
So let's see.
So the hunter's
here.
mark's a D6.
So you roll 2 of those.
2 D6s and plus 2. Okay. Right. So I get
And then
damage.
you roll
Right.
2.
Well,
So you roll a
be rolling
D6
4
plus
D6 because you critted.
4d6. Plus 2.
40. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you rolled a natural 20.
You double the dice damage on a natural 20.
46.
Pretty good.
15.
Oof.
15. Huge
Did you, like-
swipe.
Chop his leg off so he falls down.
You actually decapitate his head on his right shoulder. It just flies forward as it slops heavily to the ground, and he, my baby, as he runs away.
Okay.
Decent kick.
I'll take decapitation.
Torlek.
Get after him.
Yeah.
Chase him down.
So
Chase him
5, 25, 30.
Way again.
Yeah, that's as far as I can get.
down. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Gonna run and body block him, and then just go for the other head. It's like, you're not going anywhere. Yeah, 18.
Nice. That is a hit.
Oh, Glenn, I didn't get move as well, so I guess I can follow as well, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
he ran on my turn.
he did.
Nice. So damage is just 2 damage.
Okay. Leo, you're up next.
What are you in 6 spaces? 30 feet
Yes.
for movement. Yeah. I'm only gonna get to about there then.
Well, if you can't hit him with anything, maybe you could help
Yeah,
Sindri.
that's what I'm thinking.
Did we not get them on the way?
Oh yes, I can shout another. I can shout to the off of them, can't I?
Oh, yeah.
I can give him the old mockery. Okay, I can viciously mock him and shout, "You fucking coward!"
Nice.
So it's a wisdom saving throw, man. Where you are?
And minus the D4 because of Bane.
Oh, of course.
So, 19 minus 3, 16.
-4 for the bin. Right?
I just rolled me d4. That was the -3.
That was the 3. Bastards.
Yeah, so
Has to be 13. Oh.
So as you shout that, the head on his left shoulder turns and goes, "Don't listen to him, father."
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Did his other head just call him father?
Yeah.
Ew.
Gross.
I didn't think I could hate him more, but now I do. Congratulations.
Cool. All right. Yes.
Carry on.
I'm kind of out of options for what I can do over here.
I thought that too. I had to shout something at him.
I think she means for Sindri.
I did, but also I can't just leave him there on like.
You're looking at him. You're like, "They don't understand. They're gonna catch us. They're in me." He just starts. He's like mumbling incoherently now. He doesn't look very good.
Okay, I think maybe the best thing we can do is get him out of here as soon as possible. So if I get
Not sure
myself
got
in
anything
here.
to help.
Yeah, I mean, I've not even got any heals I can try patching up with, so...
As you move, he goes.
Oh no.
Willpower holds, Jess is good. Right, meanwhile, this guy is going to get a firebolt to one of his remaining faces. In the interests of a speedy escape. Kaboom! Yes, he does.
I am.
Bang.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Face.
You hit the head on his left shoulder, his hair. Scrawny hair goes on fire. No! Papa, save me! And Papa goes, no! Stop killing all of my babies! You're close enough to him that you can see that the faces in his ballsack area are moving and mouthing
Of course
silently.
they are.
Oh.
You can see that he has got another smaller head that's not quite fully formed, growing out of the middle of his back.
Great.
We know where the next firebolt's going then.
This guy would be right home in Silent Hill.
Mm. Okay. Anything else, Jess?
No, that's me.
Arwen.
I am going to move a little closer. Oh, I guess I could move up here, yeah. I'm going down arrows.
Yes, please.
And I'll have a stab at him.
Stab
Yeah. So
at his fleshy, horrible, putrid skin.
Nice.
I'm
Oh.
gonna hit him.
That's gonna hit.
And I've got my... Right, so I've got the 2d6s. Do I do like a 2d6? No,
2d6 plus 2.
Yeah? Okay, so that makes... 12.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, you managed to stab forward into one of the groaning faces at the rear of his waist. You managed to stab into its withered, opening mouth and jam your sword in deeply. Screams, and you can see the face like shudders with the sword, and then like goes limp, and the little face looks as if it's died on his back. Okay, anything else from you?
I don't think I have anything else that I could do. I don't want to heal him, so I think I've recently acquired this too, so I think.
Okay, so as you all move towards the corridor, you hear a
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, that's the end of that, I think.
echoes from the corridor. You're too busy fighting Papa, who is going to look and see that he is surrounded. All of his available faces are going to focus on you, Torlek. He reaches out horrible fleshy hands. You got a -4 from that. That's awesome. So he's going to be making a contested strength check with you, sir.
Oh, you're not very strong.
Afflicted by a wasting illness, Torlek is not very strong.
So the Papa's Bane.
Ah!
18.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I
Right.
don't think the Bane's gonna save him. You know?
No. He rolled an 18 and then it was -1 from the Bane. So Torlek, you are lifted from the ground, hoisted over the sharp, spiky copper vein and deposited onto it.
Oh!
Can I cast Featherfall as a reaction to that?
Yes, you can, but it just means that he will be placed onto it slower.
Will that make it less damaging?
It's gonna do the same damage, but take longer.
Oh
In that case,
god.
it's your call before I do that, dude.
I mean, if it's not gonna help.
8 points of piercing damage.
Oh
I'm
god.
keeping that spell slot, Soz.
So I just scream as it's impaled right through me, and then stop screaming as I lose consciousness.
Oh my word. Well, people, we get a roll on my other table now.
Oh no.
So, Torlek.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You D4. Oh. You
Mm-hmm.
have a pierced stomach.
Ouch.
Ouch.
When you complete a long rest,
Mm-hmm.
there's my pencil. Torlek pierced stomach.
You complete a long rest, you feel much better.
Everything is okay again.
Must complete a Constitution saving throw. Quite a low DC. Where you gain the poisoned condition until you complete another long rest.
Oh.
Not ideal.
Torlek's already as disabled as me. You don't need to fucking ruin him even more. Fucking hell. Yikes.
Yeah. So you have a pierced stomach. I'll remind you of that later. And with that, Arwen and Godfrey are going to get opportunity attacks as Papa runs again.
Alright, so he's fucking vanished. We stop him before he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stab him before he goes.
There we go.
Mine is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
5 damage.
That's 5 damage. Wonderful.
I got a D19 to hit.
That hit.
Can I use my spell for this as well? Or an opportunity
Your
attack?
hunter's mark. Yes, your hunter's mark. Yeah, that still works.
Alright, cool. 9.
Outstanding. 9 damage. Okay, so you manage to, between the two of you, Godfrey, you bludgeon in the smaller head growing from the middle of his back. You crush the skull of the small head as Arwen then deftly decapitates it from him. It falls to the floor with a whimper as Papa shuffles off. My babies! My babies! Arwen, with your hunter's mark, you can tell the direction he's in, can't you? And where he is with that. You have advantage on any wisdom perception or wisdom survival check you make to find it.
Yeah.
So, yes, you will have advantage to find Papa.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, Torlek, actually, as you are pierced onto the copper vein, you actually get to see into the other room before you pass out.
Oh, lovely.
You get a brief look in, so I'll show you this much because you are unconscious. That's what you get to see before you wink out.
Oh, great.
Okay, guys. Torlek, Godfrey, you're up next. Maybe let Godfrey go next instead of you, Torlek.
It's been Godfrey first so far, so.
How impaled? Can I look like I can lift them off?
Yes, you can. It may leave some of him behind on the spike. You don't know.
Well, that's what Cure Wounds is for, and that's coming up next.
Good. Yeah. Strength check to lift Torlek off the sharpened copper vein.
Ooh, I rolled an 18 plus 4.
That's enough. With that, you actually manage to snap a large chunk of the copper vein off while wrestling Torlek off the copper vein.
Okay, and then I'll cure wounds him. For
Wonderful.
11 hit points back.
It's big breath in, like. Thank you, Godfrey.
You feel a stabbing pain in your stomach, Torlek, as you rouse back to consciousness.
I try and concentrate the cure wounds, obviously where the damage is, but probably can't fix that. Can I see more of the cave?
The superficial wounds on the outside, but you think the internal damage might be a bit much for cure wounds. You might have to get him back to some hallowed ground to get that fixed properly. So inside the other room, again, the floor is littered with corpses, some fresher than others. Blood and gore and viscera lie in pools.
Okay.
But adorning the room are several sets of iron-barred cages containing humanoid figures, hunched over, rocking back and forward, whimpering to themselves. Occasionally there's a, "I don't want to be here anymore. Please let me go home. I'll try to play evermore."
Okay. Once Torlek's healed, I'll use the last of my movement to run into the room after. I've moved my flaming sphere as far as I can.
At the back of the room, you can see that there is a 10-foot high embankment that looks to have been mined away, and what looks to be a second larger shaft channeled into the wall that has been blocked off with some hastily piled rubble and bits of wood. There is also a large wooden lever, yes, behind which Papa stands with both of his hands. And as he sees you enter the room, he throws the lever. Two things happen in quick succession. I'm going to reveal the rest of it. The first of that is that the steel doors, the iron doors on all of the cages, pop open. And the second thing is the hastily piled rubble and wood begins to buckle and strain, and through which you can see a dirty green liquid seeping through, gushing through. It's starting to strain against it. And Papa just points down and he's like, "I'll kill you for what you've done. These are not ready yet, but they'll have to do." You can see that as he says that, all four of the heads in the cages are sort of torn towards you and like, "We'll get them for you, Papa, if you send us home." So, first of all, Jessiel, before we go tonight, make an intelligence check, please.
Oh dear. Oh,
I'm clever.
Wow.
Great, beautiful.
I'm a smart day.
Yeah. You know exactly what that scream was. I'll make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Oh dear. 11.
Ooh, not bad. Not bad.
I recommend people remember not to end that turn next to the flaming sphere that's in the corridor with them.
Hoo. Interesting. Not bad. You got off lightly.
Yeah, that could have been worse.
Sindri!
Yes, we've had our first player death.
Yeah. Once the grubs got in him, I'm not sure what could really have done.
Well, the problem was the grubs got in them. He made an intelligence check to see if he'd seen them before, known about them before. He didn't. and then did the wrong thing. Anyone want to make a medicine check? Anyone else? Someone did already.
If he failed that Constitution save, he might have had a chance.
Medicine 16.
16. You know about rock. Once rot grubs get inside you, you've got to apply fire to the entry wound to kill the rot grub inside, or cut in and remove the grub. So when Sindri cast Cure Wounds on himself, he sealed up all of the entry wounds.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoops.
Jeez!
So you would have had to cut in and physically remove the grubs, which is why I was trying to tell you where he was bleeding, in which areas he was bleeding from.
My survival is.
Jesus Christ. Alfie! Hush! I'm so sorry. Some
Jesus, cool.
ghoul! A wild ghoul! Alfie, hush.
Suddenly cool.